Good morning, sir. Can I have your passport and boarding pass, please?
Yes, here they are. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you excited about your trip?
Very much so. I've always wanted to visit Sydney.
It's a beautiful city. Have you made any plans for your stay?
Yes, I've booked a few tours and tickets for some attractions.
That's great. Any must-see places on your list?
Definitely the Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge.
Those are very popular tourist spots. Have you thought about trying any local foods?
Yes, I've heard about the meat pies and fish and chips. Looking forward to trying them.
You won't be disappointed. Have you ever been on a long-haul flight before?
Yes, I have. But it's always a bit tiring.
We'll do our best to make it comfortable for you. By the way, have you ever been in the cockpit of the plane?
No, I haven't. Is that possible?
Unfortunately, no. But I can tell you that flying a plane is an amazing experience.
I can only imagine. Well, thank you for your help. See you later.
You're welcome. Have a safe and enjoyable flight. Goodbye. Hey, have you ever thought about using machine learning to automate software testing?
Actually, I have. I think it could really speed up our testing process and reduce errors.
Yes, I agree. ML could help us identify patterns in the data and detect bugs more efficiently.
Absolutely. And we could train the system to recognize different types of bugs, so it becomes more accurate over time.
That's a great idea. We'd need a lot of data to train it though.
True, but we could start with a smaller dataset and gradually expand it as we collect more data.
Sounds like a solid plan. And ML could potentially find bugs that we didn't even know existed.
Exactly. It could help us ensure that our software is more robust and reliable.
Speaking of reliability, have you ever tried automating other parts of the testing process?
Yeah, I've worked on automating UI testing and load testing as well.
Nice. I bet that's saved a lot of time and effort.
Definitely. And it frees up our team to focus on more complex testing tasks.
That's the goal. We want to leverage technology to increase efficiency while maintaining quality.
Agreed. And with machine learning, we have the potential to take automation to a whole new level.
Hi B, do you know what my favorite Korean dish is?
Let me guess. Kimchi fried rice?
Nope, it's bulgogi.
Oh, I love bulgogi too. Have you tried making it at home?
Yes, but it never turns out as good as the restaurants. What's your secret recipe?
Well, I marinate the beef in a mixture of soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, garlic, and pear for at least 30 minutes before grilling it on high heat.
Pear? That's interesting. I've never heard of using pear in bulgogi before.
Yeah, it helps to tenderize the meat and adds a subtle sweetness to the dish.
I'll definitely have to try that next time. Do you like eating it with rice or lettuce wraps?
I love both, but I usually go for the rice because I'm a carb lover.
Haha, me too. But the lettuce wraps are a healthier option, so I try to switch it up.
That's a great idea. Have you tried adding some spicy gochujang sauce to your bulgogi?
Yes, it gives it an extra kick of flavor. Speaking of spicy, have you tried the extra spicy version at that one Korean restaurant?
Oh yeah, it's so hot but addictively delicious. We should go there again soon.
Definitely. And we can try making our own extra spicy bulgogi too.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you for making me crave Korean food now, eh?
Haha, my pleasure. Let's go satisfy our craving soon. Hey B, how's it going?
Not bad, eh? Just got out of a meeting. What's up?
I was thinking about our client's website and how we can handle the massive amount of requests they've been receiving lately.
Yeah, it's been quite a challenge. Do you have any ideas?
Well, one option could be to add more servers, but that might be costly.
That's true. Another solution could be to implement a load balancer to distribute the traffic evenly.
Good thinking, B. But wouldn't we need to upgrade our network infrastructure to support it?
You have a point there. Maybe we can optimize the code to improve server response time.
Yes, that would definitely help. But we should also consider caching to reduce database queries.
Agreed. We can also implement a CDN to speed up content delivery.
Smart, B. And how about implementing a rate limiter to prevent flooding?
Yes, that's a good idea. We could also look into implementing a queuing mechanism for incoming requests.
That's something we definitely should consider. And maybe we can also provide a feedback mechanism for our clients to improve their requests.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about security. We need to make sure our changes don't compromise the system.
You're right, B. We should also conduct proper testing and debugging before rolling out any changes.
Precisely. And we need to make sure the documentation is up to date to ensure smooth operations going forward.
Agreed, B. Looks like we have a solid plan ahead. Thanks for your input.
No problem, A. Always happy to collaborate with you.
Good morning. I'm Dr. A. How can I help you today?
Hi, Dr. A. I've been feeling really under the weather lately. Can you help me figure out what's going on?
Of course. Tell me, what symptoms have you been experiencing?
I've had a bad cough and a stuffy nose for a few days now, and I'm feeling pretty tired.
All right, let me take a look. It seems like you might have a cold. Have you been getting enough rest and drinking plenty of fluids?
I have been trying, but it's been tough. I have work and other things to take care of.
I understand. It's important to take care of yourself though, especially when you're not feeling well. I would recommend taking some time off and getting as much rest as you can.
Okay, I'll definitely try to do that. Is there anything else I should be doing to help myself feel better?
Yes, I would also suggest taking some over-the-counter cold medicine and doing some saltwater gargles to help soothe your throat.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you so much, Dr. A. You've been really helpful.
No problem at all, happy to help. Just remember to take it easy and rest up. And if your symptoms don't improve after a few days, don't hesitate to come back and see me again.
I will. Thanks again, and have a great day.
You too, take care. Good morning, Chef B. It's nice to see you again. Are you ready for another photo shoot today?
Good morning, A. Always happy to help with some food photography. What's on the menu for today?
Today, we're focusing on the French classics. We'll be shooting some coq au vin, beef bourguignon, and maybe some crème brûlée for dessert.
Ah, those are some of my favorites. I'm excited to see them in pictures.
Great. And don't worry about the plating, I'll take care of that. But can you make sure the dishes are cooked just right for the camera?
Of course, I'll make sure everything is perfect for the photos.
I really appreciate it. You know, sometimes I think food just looks better in France. Do you think it's the lighting or something else?
Maybe it's the high-quality ingredients we use here. Or maybe it's just the French flair for presentation.
That could be it. Speaking of presentation, I love the colorful garnishes you always include on your dishes.
Thank you, A. I like to add a pop of color and texture to make the dish stand out. It's all about making it look as good as it tastes.
Absolutely. And I have to say, your dishes always taste amazing. Can't wait to dig in after the shoot.
Haha, don't worry. I always make sure there's enough for a little taste test at the end.
You're the best. Okay, let's get started. Do you mind explaining the dishes to me as we go along for the captions?
Sure thing. Let's make this shoot a success.
Hey, how's it going? You're the big data analyst, right?
Hey, yeah. That's me. And I hear you're the database administrator. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, I was hoping we could discuss how we can optimize our logistics operations with big data analytics.
Absolutely. I've been dying to get my hands on some real-world data to work with.
Well, you're in luck then. We have tons of transactional data. But, where do we start?
Let's start with the basics. How do our deliveries fare across different routes?
That's a great point. We do have some hiccups with deliveries at times. But how do we quantify that?
Let's use key performance indicators, KPIs. We can measure our delivery success using KPIs like delivery time, number of failed deliveries, etc.
Awesome. That's definitely worth investigating. Anything else that you think could help us optimize our operations?
We could also use data to help us plan our inventory management better.
Yes. That's another big challenge. We can use past purchase patterns to predict future demand and use that to plan our inventory more efficiently.
Exactly. And then we can use real-time data to adjust our inventory on the fly. This would allow us to keep up with fluctuations in demand without overstocking or understocking.
Yes. And, at the same time, save costs on inventory-related expenses.
We can also use data to optimize our transportation routes. We can use real-time traffic data to choose the fastest routes and also factor in other data like fuel consumption to choose the most efficient routes.
This is great. We're definitely going to be a more efficient company with all these optimizations.
Couldn't agree more. Let's get to work then.
Absolutely. time to put all this data to work. Hey B, have you ever thought about using machine vision technology to improve our cargo tracking system?
Absolutely, I think it has huge potential. What kind of improvements do you think it could bring?
Well, for example, we could use cameras to monitor the cargo flow and detect anomalies, such as deviations from the optimal route or unexpected delays.
That sounds great. We could also use image recognition to track individual packages and their contents, which would greatly enhance the transparency and accuracy of our tracking system.
That's a good point. It would be especially useful for high-value or fragile items where we need to closely monitor their whereabouts and condition.
Exactly. And beyond just tracking, I think we could use machine vision to optimize our logistical operations, for instance, by using predictive analytics to anticipate potential bottlenecks or inefficiencies.
Interesting. How would we implement this kind of system? What hardware and software components would we need?
Well, we would definitely need high-quality cameras and sensors, as well as specialized imaging software and analytics algorithms. It might also require some additional computation and storage resources, so we would need to consider that as well.
Got it. How about the technical challenges involved? What are the potential obstacles we might face?
Well, I think the biggest challenge would be ensuring the reliability and quality of the images and data we're collecting. We would need to account for various lighting conditions, camera angles, and other environmental factors that could affect the accuracy of our system.
Yes, I can see how that would be an issue. But I'm sure we can come up with creative solutions to address those challenges.
Absolutely. And another advantage of using machine vision is that it's scalable and customizable. We can tweak and optimize it based on our specific needs and goals.
That's a great point. I'm excited to see what we can achieve with this technology.
Me too. I think it has huge potential for transforming the way we approach cargo tracking and logistics in general.
Agreed. Well, looks like we have a lot of work ahead of us.
Indeed. But I'm confident we can make it happen. Let's go revolutionize the cargo tracking industry.
Hey, have you heard about the new ocean conservation program?
No, tell me more about it.
It's an education campaign that teaches people about the importance of taking care of the ocean.
That's really cool. How are they getting the message out?
They're using social media and organizing events around the country.
Do you think it will be effective?
I sure hope so. It's important for people to understand that the ocean is a vital part of our planet's ecosystem.
Absolutely. What kind of activities will they be promoting?
Things like beach cleanups, reducing plastic waste, and supporting sustainable fishing practices.
That all sounds great. Are you planning on getting involved?
Definitely. I think it's a great opportunity to make a difference and have fun at the same time.
I couldn't agree more. It's important for all of us to do our part to protect the environment.
Yes, and I think this program will help raise awareness and inspire people to take action.
Let's spread the word and encourage our friends and family to get involved too.
Absolutely. The more people we can get on board, the better chance we have of making a real impact. Hi there, could you please help me choose a meal for this flight?
Absolutely, we have a few options available. What kind of meal are you in the mood for today?
I'm feeling a bit fancy. How about the chicken parmesan?
Great choice. And would you like the green salad or the Caesar salad on the side?
Tough call. What do you recommend?
Well, the Caesar salad has a nice kick of garlic, but the green salad has a delicious honey mustard dressing. It's really up to your personal preference.
I think I'll go with the green salad then. And do you have any dessert options?
We have a chocolate mousse cake, a fruit tart, or a cheese plate with crackers.
Oh goodness, all of those sound amazing. I'll have to go with the chocolate mousse cake though, I can never resist chocolate.
You're not alone, that's definitely one of our most popular dessert choices. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, that's all for now. Thank you so much for your help.
Not a problem at all. Enjoy your meal and have a great flight.
Hi there. How's it going?
Hey. I'm doing pretty good, just a little tired from shooting all day. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Hey, I noticed you have a great sense of humor. Have you ever considered doing comedy?
Actually, I love doing both drama and comedy. It's always great to switch things up and challenge yourself as an actor.
That's awesome. Speaking of challenges, have you ever had a particularly difficult scene to shoot?
Oh yeah, there was one scene in a previous movie where I had to cry for almost 2 hours straight. It was really tough to get into that emotional state and keep it up for so long.
Wow, that sounds intense. I can only imagine how challenging that must have been for you. But you pulled it off beautifully, as always.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Hey, I've been wanting to ask you, what's your favorite part about being a film producer?
The best part for me is seeing all the hard work and planning come together during the shoot. It's such an amazing feeling to see the finished product on screen and know that we created something special.
I can definitely understand that. It's always a great feeling to watch a finished film and feel proud of what you've accomplished.
Absolutely. So, what do you like to do for fun when you're not on set?
I like to read, play video games, and hang out with my friends and family. What about you?
I love hiking and exploring new places. And, of course, watching movies and TV shows for research and inspiration.
That's cool. Hey, speaking of inspiration, what film or actor has inspired you the most?
That's a tough one. I would have to say Stanley Kubrick and all of his films. The way he was able to create such rich and complex worlds on screen is truly inspiring to me.
That's a great choice. For me, I've always been inspired by Meryl Streep. She's such a versatile actor and is always able to completely transform into her characters.
Agreed. Well, we should probably get back to the set. Thanks for chatting with me, this was really fun.
Of course, anytime. Thanks for having me. Let's create some movie magic.
Hi there. I'm so excited to discuss the redesign of our news website with you, B.
Hi, A. Me too. I think we should focus on making it more interactive and visually appealing. What do you think?
I definitely agree. I was thinking of adding some dynamic elements to the main page to draw visitors in immediately.
Sounds great. We should also make sure that the website is easy to navigate so that readers can find what they're looking for quickly.
Absolutely. We could add a search bar and simplify the menu options.
And what about the font and color scheme? I want to make sure that it's easy on the eyes.
That's a great point. Maybe we could use a modern font and a soft color palette to create a warm and welcoming ambience.
I like that idea. Also, we should aim to make the website responsive so it can be easily accessed on any device.
Definitely. And we should make sure that the loading time is speedy. It's a major factor in visitor satisfaction.
Agreed. Overall, we want our visitors to have an enjoyable and seamless experience on our website.
Yes, and with these enhancements in place, we can increase visitor retention and attract new audiences.
I'm feeling great about this conversation. I can't wait to start designing and see the finished product.
Me too. Let's go above and beyond with this redesign and set a new standard for our news website. Hey, have you finished the CRUD operations for the table yet?
Yeah, I'm almost done with it. I just need to work on the update functionality a bit more.
Great. Do you think we should implement any extra validation checks?
Yeah, we should definitely ensure that no null values are being inserted.
True, we don't want our app to crash due to any silly mistakes.
Speaking of silly mistakes, have you checked the constraints on the table?
Constraints? What are those?
They are rules that constrain the data that is being inserted into the table. For example, we could set a constraint that only allows a certain type of data to be inserted.
Oh, I see. Sounds like a good idea. Thanks for the tip.
No problem. I'm just happy to help.
So, how are we going to test this out? Do we have any test data that we can use?
Yeah, I've already created some test data. We can use that to ensure that the CRUD operations are working as expected.
Cool, let's do that then. I'm excited to see this in action.
Me too. I just hope that there aren't any major bugs that we missed.
Don't worry, we've got this under control. We can always make tweaks and fixes as needed.
That's the spirit. We're going to nail this CRUD thing.
Hi there. I'm glad we're finally getting to work on this project together.
Yes, me too. So, tell me, what do you think about building an AI diagnostic system?
It's definitely a challenging task, but I'm up for it. Speaking of diagnoses, have you ever had a self-diagnosis that turned out to be completely wrong?
Almost embarrassingly, yes. That's why we should ensure that our AI system is properly trained with accurate data.
I couldn't agree more. What kind of data should we use to train the system?
We'll need to collect a wide range of medical data, from X-rays and scans to blood tests and genomic information.
Wow, that's a lot of data. Good thing we have databases and analytical tools.
Definitely. We should also consider the ethical issues surrounding this kind of technology. What do you think?
It's crucial to ensure that our system doesn't violate any patient's privacy or autonomy. We should consult with medical ethicists and lawyers.
Agreed. And we should also have medical professionals test the system to ensure its accuracy.
Right, a real-world test in a clinical setting is crucial. We'll also need to work on the user interface to make it easy for doctors to use.
Definitely. As data scientists and engineers, we should always keep the user experience in mind. This project will be a great challenge, but I'm excited to work on it with you.
Absolutely, we'll make a great team. And who knows, maybe our AI system will put WebMD out of business. Good morning, B. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you, A?
I'm good too. Glad to see you bright and early. Say, have you got any new sugary delights for us?
Of course. I have crafted a new mango sago with bird's nest. It's creamy, refreshing, and perfect for the weather today.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Customers will love it, I'm sure. I have some new savory items on the menu as well. Have you tried the spicy pork dumplings yet?
Oh, I have heard about them. How are they?
They are spicy, juicy, and full of flavor. Just the right kick for adventurous palates.
You got me curious now. I'll have to try them for myself.
That's great. By the way, I was thinking of organizing a dim sum feast event next weekend to celebrate our collaboration and showcase our best dishes.
Count me in. I can prepare some special dessert platters for the feast.
I knew I could count on you. We'll make it a treat for everyone's taste. And we'll decorate the place in festive colors and lanterns for the full Chinatown experience.
Sounds like a blast. Let's make our customers happy with lots of delicious food, drinks, and fun.
Agreed. We make a great team, B. Let's keep up the good work and make our tea house the best in the neighborhood.
Cheers to that, A. I'll get back to my kitchen and start whipping up some magic.
Good evening, everyone. I am thrilled to be performing here at the iconic Sydney Opera House tonight.
Good evening. I've been looking forward to this concert for weeks. What will you be playing tonight?
I will be playing a mix of classical and modern pieces on my violin. It's a program I've been working on for a while now.
That sounds fascinating. Which composers are you playing?
Some of the classical pieces are by Mozart and Bach, but I'll also be playing some more contemporary pieces by Australian composer Elena Kaczternen.
Oh, I love her work. You're playing her clocks and butterflying, aren't you?
Yes, those are two of my favorites. I love the energy they bring to the performance.
I can't wait to hear it. How long have you been playing the violin?
I've been playing since I was 5 years old, so it's been about 20 years now. I can't imagine my life without music.
Wow, that's dedication. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to learn an instrument?
My main advice would be to practice every day, even if it's just for a short amount of time. Consistency is key.
Thank you for that. And just one more question before the concert starts. What's the most memorable performance you've ever done?
That's a tough one, but I think it was when I played at Carnegie Hall in New York City. The atmosphere there is electric.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me. I'm excited to hear your performance tonight.
Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hey B, we need to talk about how to design a high-availability cloud architecture for our company.
Sure thing. I think we need to consider redundancy and failover mechanisms for all critical components to minimize downtime.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. How about load balancing?
Load balancing is a must, especially for web applications with unpredictable traffic. We can use horizontal scaling to add more resources as needed.
Makes sense. What about data backup and recovery?
We should have multiple backup systems in place and test them regularly to ensure they can successfully restore data in case of a disaster.
Got it. What do you think about using a hybrid cloud architecture?
Hybrid cloud can be a good option for companies with varying workload demands. We can use public cloud for non-sensitive tasks and keep mission-critical tasks on premises to have more control over security.
Interesting. Security is definitely a top priority for us. How can we beef up our security measures?
We can use firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention, data encryption, and implement privileged access controls to reduce the risk of breaches. Also, regularly auditing our system is essential to spot potential vulnerabilities.
Great points. Do you think we need to have a disaster recovery plan in place?
Yes, a disaster recovery plan is crucial to ensure we can recover quickly in case something goes wrong. We need to test and revise the plan periodically to make sure it remains effective.
Agreed. Let's also implement monitoring tools to proactively detect and resolve any issues before they become bigger problems.
Good idea. We can use real-time monitoring to track performance metrics, log analysis to detect anomalies, and application performance management tools to diagnose problems.
Awesome. This is starting to come together nicely. What else do we need to consider?
We need to ensure our architecture is scalable to handle future growth. And we need to have a skilled team in place to manage and maintain the system.
Absolutely. It's exciting to think about what we can accomplish with a well-designed cloud architecture in place.
Yes, it's a fascinating field with lots of potential. The sky's the limit.
Huh. I see what you did there. Let's get to work and make our company's cloud infrastructure unbeatable.
You got it. Let's do this.
Hi there. Are you ready for this climbing challenge today?
Yeah, I am. This is my first time trying it out, but I'm really excited.
Don't worry, I've been doing this for a while, so I can give you some tips along the way.
Awesome, that would be really helpful. What's the first step?
We need to gear up properly first. Here, let me help you put on the harness.
Wow, this is pretty tight. Is this supposed to be so uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's supposed to be snug to keep you secure on the wall. Now let's attach the rope.
Okay, got it. Do you know how far up we need to climb?
It's about 40 meters up to the top. But, we can take breaks along the way if you need.
Perfect, let's get started.
Hold on, we need to check your equipment one more time. Do you have your helmet on?
Oh, just a sec. There we go. Safety first, right?
You got it. Alright, let's make our way over to the cliff now.
Whoa, this is a lot higher than I thought it would be. My heart is racing.
Take a deep breath, and just focus on each move at a time. I'll be right by your side.
Okay. You're right. Let's do this.
Great job so far. We're almost halfway there. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I think so. My arms are getting a bit tired, though. How about you?
I've had some practice, so I'm feeling good. Don't forget to use your legs to push yourself up.
Good tip, thanks. Hey, do you see that bird's nest up there?
Yeah, I do. Those birds must have a great view from up there.
Haha, they definitely beat us to it. But we're not too far off now.
You're doing amazing. We just need to make it up this last section, and we'll be at the top.
Yes, let's finish strong. Climbing sounds.
We made it. Great job, B. How do you feel now that it's over?
I feel incredible. That was so exhilarating. Thank you for helping me through it.
No problem at all. I'm just happy we made it to the top together. Hello. I'm your tour guide, and today we'll be visiting one of the best wineries in South Australia.
Welcome. It's great to have you here. Our winery specializes in Shiraz, which is one of the most famous varieties that we produce.
I can see that the vineyard is beautiful, and it looks like you've had a good harvest this year.
Yes, we've been fortunate with the weather, and the grapes are looking really healthy. Would you like to sample some of our wines?
That's why we're here. I'm looking forward to it. Can you tell us a bit about the winemaking process?
Of course. First, we pick the grapes, and then we crush them and let them ferment. After that, the wine is aged in oak barrels, which gives it its distinct flavor.
That's really interesting. I've always wondered what goes into making a good bottle of wine.
It definitely takes a lot of hard work and patience, but the end result is worth it. Let's try our signature Shiraz.
This is delicious. I can taste the complexity of flavors, and it has a really smooth finish.
I'm glad you like it. Our winery is known for producing full-bodied wines with a lot of character.
I can definitely taste the quality and care that goes into every bottle. Thank you so much for the experience.
It was my pleasure. We always enjoy sharing our passion for wine with others. Don't forget to take a few bottles home with you.
Absolutely. I'll make sure to spread the word about your exceptional winery. Thank you again for the wonderful tour.
You're most welcome. Come back and visit us again soon.
Good morning, may I help you with anything today?
Good morning, I'm interested in your hotel's promotion. Can you tell me more about it?
Absolutely. Our current promotion includes a complimentary breakfast for two and a 20% discount on spa treatments.
That sounds great. Do you have any recommendations for activities in the area?
Of course. We have a nearby beach that's perfect for water activities and plenty of restaurants for international cuisine.
That sounds wonderful. What about the room amenities?
Our rooms have a flat-screen TV, mini bar, and a spacious bathroom with complimentary toiletries.
That's perfect. How is the staff service here?
We pride ourselves on our excellent customer service. We go above and beyond to ensure our guests have a memorable stay.
That's great to hear. I'll definitely consider staying here.
We would love to have you. If you have any further questions, please let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
It was my pleasure. Have a great day. Hey B, have you thought about incorporating robots into our manufacturing process?
Absolutely. Robots can definitely help us with repetitive tasks and precision work.
Yeah, I've heard they can also speed up production time.
That's right. But we also need to be mindful of safety concerns and training employees on how to work alongside them.
How do we know what kind of robot to use for each task?
Well, we need to assess the needs of each department and then choose a robot that is appropriate for the job.
Can robots be programmed to learn and adapt to new tasks?
Yes, we can teach robots to learn from their experiences and adapt to new situations. This is called machine learning.
That's pretty cool. Do we have the resources to implement this?
Yes, we can work with external companies to provide robotics expertise and training for our employees.
What about cost? Wouldn't investing in robots be expensive?
Yes, initial investment can be costly, but it can lead to long-term cost savings and improved efficiency.
I can see that. What challenges do you foresee in implementing robot technology?
Well, we need to ensure that we have a strong IT infrastructure to support the robots, and we need to train our employees on how to work with them.
And we don't want our employees to worry about robots taking over their jobs, right?
Exactly. We need to emphasize that robots are there to assist and make their jobs easier, not replace them.
I think this could be a game changer for our manufacturing process.
Agreed. But we need to plan carefully and make sure we have the right resources and processes in place for successful implementation.
Great. Let's start the planning and make our factory a robot-friendly environment.
Sounds like a plan. Let's work together to make it happen.
Hey there, B. What are you up to today?
Nothing much, just making sure our systems are running smoothly.
Sounds important. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to ask you about system security. What measures do we have in place?
Well, we have firewalls, antivirus software, and regular backups to prevent data loss. But it's an ongoing process. We need to stay vigilant against cyber threats.
Absolutely. I read an article recently about phishing scams and how they're becoming more sophisticated. Have you heard of any cases like that happening here?
Yes, unfortunately we have. That's why we're always reminding our users to be cautious with emails and attachments from unknown sources.
Got it. Is there anything I can do as a network engineer to help improve security?
Definitely. For one, keep your software up to date with the latest patches and fixes. And if you notice any suspicious activity on the network, don't hesitate to report it.
Will do. Thanks for the advice, B. I appreciate everything you do to keep our systems safe and secure.
No problem. Safety first, always.
Good morning, Mr. B. How are you feeling today?
Could be better, officer. But I guess that's to be expected when you find yourself in a police station.
Understood. Now, let's get to the reason why you're here. Were you aware that you were trespassing on private property?
Trespassing? I had no idea. I was just taking a shortcut to get to the store.
I see. And were you also aware that there was a no trespassing sign posted in the area?
Oh, that sign. Yeah, I saw it. But I didn't think it applied to me.
I'm afraid it applies to everyone, Mr. B. Nevertheless, I have to say that you seem like a rather honest and charming person.
Laughs. Well, thank you, officer. That's certainly better than being called a criminal.
Smiling, yes, you're definitely not the hardened criminal type. But I still have to issue you a citation for the trespassing violation.
Shrugs. Okay, I understand. It's my bad. Thanks for not being too hard on me.
No problem, Mr. B. You seem like a good guy, and I trust that you won't let this happen again.
Absolutely. I've learned my lesson. And if I ever do find myself in a police station again, I hope it's under better circumstances.
Laughing, I hope so too. All right, we're all done here. You're free to go. Take care.
Thanks, officer. Have a good one.
Hi there. So, what would you like to order for lunch, sis?
Hey sis. I'm craving for something light, maybe some soup and salad?
Sounds good. I'm in the mood for a sandwich. How about you?
Sure, a sandwich sounds great too. What kind are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of getting a turkey club sandwich. I love the combination of turkey, bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
That sounds delicious. I think I'll go for a classic chicken Caesar salad.
Excellent choices. So, how has your day been so far?
It's been pretty good. I just got back from my morning jog and feeling energized.
That's great to hear. I had a busy morning at work, but everything went smoothly. So, any plans for the weekend?
Not really, just planning to stay home and catch up on some reading. How about you?
I'm going to a friend's birthday party and then spending some quality time with my family. Maybe we can catch up next week over coffee?
Yes, of course. I'd love to catch up. Oh, our food is here. Enjoy your sandwich.
You too, enjoy your salad. Thanks for joining me for lunch, sis.
Thanks for inviting me. Great catching up with you.
Hi there, I'm a local fisherman. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm the manager of a travel company and I'm interested in promoting tourism in this fishing village. Can you tell me about the unique features of this place?
Well, this is a small yet charming place with a friendly community. It's surrounded by a beautiful coastline and we offer fresh seafood straight from the ocean.
That sounds wonderful. How about the activities that tourists can do here?
Fishing is our main attraction, of course. We also have boat tours, where visitors can witness the stunning sunrise or sunset while enjoying some snacks.
That's great. Is there any traditional event or festival that we could promote to attract more visitors?
Yes, we have an annual Fisherman's Festival in the summer. It's a vibrant celebration with live music, traditional dances, and lots of delicious seafood.
Perfect. That sounds like a great opportunity to showcase the village's culture. Do you have any idea how much visitors we can expect during peak season?
It's hard to say for sure, but we usually have a good number of visitors during the summer months. On average, we can expect about 500 visitors per day.
Thank you for the insight. We'll definitely include those details in our marketing strategy. By the way, do you know any interesting stories or legends about this village?
Sure, there's a well-known tale about a mermaid who used to help the fishermen to have a fruitful catch. Some locals believe that she still protects our village to this day.
Wow, I've never heard that before. It's fascinating. Thank you for sharing that with me. You've been very helpful.
No problem. It was my pleasure. I hope you can help us promote our village and bring more visitors to our little community. Hi there. Welcome to the Statue of Liberty. Are you excited to take some photos in front of the iconic statue?
Yes, I am. This is my first trip to New York and I couldn't wait to see the Statue of Liberty up close.
Well, you're in for a treat. Did you know that Lady Liberty is made of copper and stands at 151 feet tall?
Wow, I didn't know that. It's amazing how they crafted this statue back in the day without modern equipment.
Absolutely, this statue is a symbol of freedom and democracy. Ready for your photo?
Definitely. Should we make a funny pose or a serious pose?
Up to you. Whatever it is, the Statue of Liberty will make a great background.
Okay, how about we do a jumping shot together?
Sounds great. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, jump.
This is so fun. Can we take more photos, please?
Of course. We have plenty of time to take more shots. Maybe we can try a different angle this time?
Sure thing. Thank you so much for being a great guide and helping me capture these memories.
No problem at all. It's always a pleasure to see tourists enjoy their visit to the Statue of Liberty. Have you ever had banh mi before?
Banh mi? What's that?
It's a Vietnamese sandwich filled with all kinds of deliciousness.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. What's in it?
Well, typically it has pickled veggies, cilantro, and some kind of protein like pork or tofu. Plus, a delicious sauce.
That sounds really good. Where can I find it?
There's a great banh mi place just down the street. We should go sometime.
Yes, please. I love trying new foods. What do you recommend I get?
I personally love the grilled pork banh mi. But the tofu one is pretty amazing too if you're vegetarian.
Oh man, now I'm hungry. Let's go right now.
Haha, easy there. They'll be open tomorrow. Trust me, it's worth the wait.
All right, I'll try to contain my excitement. But can we at least make a plan to go soon?
Definitely. I'll make sure to take you there as soon as possible. You won't be disappointed.
I already know I won't be. It's always a good sign when the locals rave about a certain food.
Absolutely. And trust me, this banh mi place is the talk of the town.
Well, I can't wait to see what all the fuss is about. Thanks for introducing me to new foods, hey.
Anytime, life is too short to not enjoy delicious cuisine from all around the world. Good morning. Looks like a great day for fishing.
Yes, it is. Have you caught anything good today?
Not yet, but I'm hoping to catch some fresh seafood for my restaurant.
Well, you're in luck. We just got in some delicious shrimps and crabs today.
That's fantastic news. Are they wild-caught or farmed?
All of our seafood is wild-caught, fresh from the ocean.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. How much do they cost?
The shrimps are $20 per pound, and the crabs are $30 per pound.
Oh, that's quite reasonable. Can you give me a discount if I buy in bulk?
Of course, for every 5 pounds you buy, you can get 1 pound for free.
Wonderful. I think I'll take 10 pounds of shrimps and 5 pounds of crabs.
Great, I'll pack them up for you. By the way, have you tried our new seafood paella?
No, I haven't. What's in it?
It's made with saffron rice, shrimps, mussels, clams, and squid. It's been a hit with our customers.
Wow, that sounds delicious. I'll have to try it next time I come in.
Absolutely, and I'll make sure to save you a table by the window.
Thanks, that's very kind of you. As always, your seafood never disappoints.
It's my pleasure. Enjoy your catch and have a good day.
Thanks, I will. See you next time. Hey there, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. What are you up to?
I'm a street performer. Would you like to see my act?
Sure, I'd love to see what you've got.
Awesome. Can you help me out by holding this hat for me?
Of course, no problem.
Thank you. All right, now let me get started.
Wow, that was amazing. How long have you been doing this?
Thank you. I've been performing on the streets for about 5 years now.
What inspired you to become a street performer?
Well, I've always loved entertaining people and making them happy. Being a street performer allows me to do that on a daily basis.
That's really cool. Do you have any other talents besides this?
Yes, I love to sing and play guitar as well. Do you want to hear a song?
Definitely, I would love that. That was fantastic. Do you have any upcoming performances?
Yes, I'll be performing at a local music festival next week. You should come and watch me.
I will definitely try to make it. Thank you for an amazing show.
No problem, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Hey, have you heard about the ISO 27001 compliance?
Yeah, it's all about information security management systems, right?
You're right. It's a standard that helps organizations manage and protect their sensitive information.
Well, that sounds interesting. Do you know if it's mandatory?
Not necessarily, it depends on the industry and the regulations they have to follow. But, it's definitely a good practice to have.
Absolutely, data breaches can be a nightmare for any company.
That's right, complying with the standard can help prevent those kinds of situations.
So, have you ever worked with ISO 27001 before?
Yeah, I have. It's all about identifying potential risks and finding ways to mitigate them.
Sounds like a lot of work. Do you have any tips for getting started?
The first step is to create a risk assessment and determine how your organization handles sensitive information.
Okay, I see. What about the certification process?
Well, you have to pass an audit by an accredited certification body. They'll make sure you comply with all the requirements.
Wow, it sounds pretty intense, but I can see how it's important.
Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of effort and commitment, but it can give you a competitive advantage in the market.
Well, thanks for the info. I'm going to look into it more and see if it's necessary for my company.
Great, let me know if you need any help or have any questions.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Hi there. How can I help you today?
Hi. I was just passing by and I saw your promotion. What is it all about?
We are currently offering a 50% discount on all items in the store. Isn't that amazing?
That's great. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. We've got some great items in stock right now. Are you looking for anything specific?
Well, I was actually looking for a new dress for an upcoming wedding.
Excellent timing. We just received some beautiful dresses in our latest shipment. What's your size?
I'm a size small.
Perfect. Let me show you to our dress section. You'll be sure to find something you love.
Thank you, that's so kind of you.
Have you been to our store before?
No, this is my first time here.
Well, welcome. We've got a great selection of clothing, accessories, and home decor items. You should definitely take a look around.
I definitely will. Thank you for your help.
Of course. I hope you find something you love. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions or need any assistance.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have fun shopping, and don't forget to take advantage of our promotion before it ends. Hi there. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I would like to borrow some books.
Awesome. Have you found anything interesting to read?
Yes, I have one book I'd like to check out. It's called The Alchemist.
Great choice. That's a popular read. Do you have your library card with you?
Yes, I do. Here it is.
Perfect. Let me just scan it and the book, and you're all set.
Thank you. I also wanted to ask if you have any recommendations for mystery novels.
Sure thing. Have you tried reading Gone Girl or The Girl on the Train?
Yes, I've read those already. Anything else you can suggest?
Definitely. How about The Silent Patient or The Wife Between Us? Both are great mystery reads.
Thanks, I'll check those out. One more question, do you have any books on gardening?
Yes, we do. Let me help you find some.
That would be great. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure. Let's go over to the gardening section and see what catches your eye. Hey, have you heard about the recent database breaches that have been happening?
Yeah, it's pretty alarming. I heard that millions of people's personal information was stolen.
Exactly. That's why I think we need to step up our game when it comes to database security.
Definitely. Do you have any ideas on how we can improve it?
Well, first off, we need to make sure that we have a strong password policy in place. That means requiring employees to use complex and varied passwords.
Good point. And we should also implement two-factor authentication so that even if a hacker gets a hold of someone's password, they still can't access the database.
Yes, that's a great idea. We also need to regularly update our software and security patches to stay ahead of any potential threats.
Agreed. And we should also limit access to the database to only those who need it for their job.
Exactly. And we should also regularly monitor the database and analyze its activity for any abnormal behavior.
Yes, and we should have a plan in place in case of a breach so that we know what steps to take to minimize the damage.
You're spot on. It's always better to be prepared than caught off guard.
Absolutely. And we should also make sure that we have regular and up-to-date backups of the database in case we ever need to restore it.
Good point. And we should also have a disaster recovery plan in place in case our systems go down.
Yes, that's a great idea. It's important to always have a backup plan.
Definitely. And we should also consider enlisting the help of a professional security firm to perform regular assessments and tests on our database.
Yes, that's a great idea. We need to stay proactive in protecting our data and our customers' information.
Agreed. It's important to always stay one step ahead of potential threats. Thanks for the great discussion.
No problem, always happy to talk tech security.
Hi, I'm a software engineer at this insurance company. Nice to meet you, B.
Hi, nice to meet you too, A. I'm a mathematician, and I'm excited to be here to see how we can use statistics to analyze insurance risks.
Absolutely. We have a lot of data on our insured customers, and I think we can use it to make better predictions on their claims.
That's great. How are you currently using the data?
We have some basic models in place that look at things like age, location, and past claims history. But we know there's more we can do with the data.
Definitely. Have you considered using something like logistic regression to model the probability of a claim?
Yes, we're starting to experiment with that now. We're also looking at decision trees to better understand the factors that contribute to certain claims.
Good idea. And have you thought about clustering customers based on their risk profile?
We have some rudimentary segmentation in place, but we definitely want to do more with that. What methods do you think would work best?
K-means clustering is a common approach, but there are also more advanced methods like hierarchical clustering and mixture models.
Interesting. And how should we evaluate the effectiveness of these models?
Typically, with statistical metrics like precision, recall, and F1 score. But it ultimately depends on the specific goals of the analysis.
Got it. Well, I think we have our work cut out for us. Thanks for sharing your expertise, B.
Anytime, A. I'm excited to see what we can accomplish together.
Hey B, as a developer, I know how important it is to have a good design for a social media app to make it successful. What do you think is the most important aspect of a social media app design?
Hi A, I totally agree with you. I think the most important aspect is to keep the design simple and intuitive so that users can easily navigate through the app.
That's a great point. How do you plan to make the app stand out visually?
I plan to use attractive colors and font styles, along with user-friendly icons and images to create a fun and engaging user interface.
Sounds great. What about the app functions? How can we make them more interactive and interesting for users?
We can add features like instant messaging, photo editing tools, and live story updates to keep users engaged and connected.
I like that idea. How about incorporating a reward system to encourage users to participate and be active on the app?
That's definitely a great way to motivate users. We can also add a virtual currency system that can be earned and redeemed for various perks and benefits.
That's an interesting idea. Do you think we should include any specific privacy settings for user security?
Yes, absolutely. We should prioritize user security by incorporating settings like privacy controls, security measures, and data encryption to protect user information.
That sounds like a smart move. Do you think we need to consider a desktop version of the app in addition to the mobile version?
It wouldn't hurt to consider a desktop version, but the mobile app should be our main priority since most users are likely to access the app through their phones.
Good point. One last thing, what do you think about implementing a referral program to attract more users to the app?
That's a great idea. Referral programs are a great way to incentivize users to invite their friends and expand our user base.
Thanks for the discussion. I'm excited to put these ideas into action and make our social media app the best one out there.
Me too. I'm looking forward to working with you to create a successful and engaging app.
Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm the cybersecurity engineer, A.
Hi, great to meet you too. I'm the database administrator, B.
So, let's jump right into the topic. How do you think we can protect our clients' personal data and financial transactions?
Well, we can start with implementing strong access controls and encrypting sensitive information.
Absolutely, and we can also use firewalls and intrusion detection systems to prevent unauthorized access.
For sure, and we should also make sure to keep our software and systems up to date to prevent any vulnerabilities.
That's a good point. It's important to stay vigilant against any potential threats. But at the same time, we don't want to make the security measures so strict that even our clients can't access their accounts.
Yes, that's a delicate balance to strike. We want to make sure that our clients can access their accounts easily and securely.
I think we also need to educate our clients on secure password management and phishing attacks.
Yes, that's very important. We can even offer trainings and workshops to help them understand the risks and how to protect themselves.
And of course, we need to make sure that our employees are trained and aware of security protocols too.
Absolutely, security is everyone's responsibility. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Well said. It's great to work with someone who takes security seriously.
Likewise, hey. I appreciate your expertise and collaboration. Together, we can keep our clients' information and transactions safe and secure.
Hi B, nice to meet you. I heard you're the IoT architect in charge of logistics.
Yes, that's right. And you're the software engineer, right?
That's me. So, how are we going to use IoT technology to realize end-to-end logistics monitoring?
Well, we could start by placing IoT sensors on our transport vehicles and warehousing equipment.
Interesting. What kind of data could we gather from these sensors?
We could track everything from vehicle location and speed to temperature and humidity in the storage containers.
And how about the data transfer? How do we ensure that the information is sent securely?
We could use a blockchain system to ensure data authenticity and prevent tampering.
That's a good idea. But how do we monitor everything in real time?
We could use a dashboard to visualize the data from all the sensors, making it easy to identify any potential issues.
Got it. And what about when something does go wrong?
Our system could automatically trigger notifications to our logistics staff, who can quickly respond and resolve the issue.
That makes a lot of sense. Is there any way we could optimize logistics with this system?
We could use machine learning algorithms to analyze the data and identify ways to improve efficiency, like optimizing delivery routes or adjusting storage temperatures.
Sounds amazing. How soon can we get started?
With the right team in charge, we could have a proof of concept up and running in just a few months.
You're a real IoT genius, B.
Thanks, A. It's all about leveraging technology to make our operations smarter and more efficient.
Good morning, sir. May I see your passport and immigration card, please?
Sure, here they are.
Thank you. And may I ask your reason for visiting Australia?
I'm here for a 2-week vacation to explore and enjoy all that Sydney has to offer.
Great. Are you traveling alone or with someone?
I'm traveling with my girlfriend who is waiting for me outside.
All right, sir. I just need to ask you a couple of questions for clearance purposes. Do you have any tobacco, alcohol, or fruit with you?
No, I don't.
Fantastic. And have you brought in any animal products, such as meat or dairy?
I only brought some packaged snacks and chocolates.
That's fine. Did you pack your own bags, and have they been with you the entire time?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Please place your bags on the scanner for me.
Puts bags on the scanner.
Thank you. It seems everything is okay with your luggage. Your passport and immigration card are in order as well. Enjoy your stay in Sydney.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey there, B. Ready for today's outdoor workout in the hills?
Absolutely, hey. How are we getting started?
First, we'll do some warm-up exercises like skipping and lunges to get our muscles ready.
Sounds good. What's next?
Then, we'll move on to a circuit of bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, and crunches.
That sounds challenging. What's the goal of this circuit?
It's designed to test your endurance and build up your strength, both of which are essential for any athlete.
Got it. What about cardio? How are we going to integrate that into today's workout?
After the circuit, we'll run up and down the hills to get our heart rates up and work on our stamina.
Excellent. I love the challenge of hill sprints. What can we work on after that?
We can wrap up the session with some mobility work to improve your flexibility and prevent any injuries.
Sounds great, hey. Thanks for all your help and guidance throughout the session.
My pleasure, B. You did an amazing job today. Keep up the good work. Hey B, have you seen this frisbee? It's perfect for a game of catch.
Yeah, Dad, let's play catch. I'll go first.
Sure thing, but you have to catch it with one hand behind your back.
What? That's impossible.
Just give it a try, trust me.
All right, here goes. Throws frisbee.
Hey, not bad. You almost caught it, keep practicing.
Okay, now it's your turn, Dad.
All right, let's make it a bit more challenging. We'll take a step back with each catch.
Okay, sounds good. Throws frisbee.
Catches frisbee one step back.
Throws frisbee.
Catches frisbee another step back.
Throws frisbee.
Catches frisbee, this is getting hard. One more step back.
Throws frisbee.
Catches frisbee, great job, B. We make a pretty good team.
Thanks, Dad. Can we play another game?
Of course. What game do you want to play next?
Maybe we can throw the frisbee in the hoop over there?
Sounds like a plan. Let's go. Hi there. I'm excited to try your vegetarian restaurant. As a vegetarian, it's always great to find new places to eat.
Welcome. We have a wide variety of dishes that our vegetarian customers love. What type of food are you in the mood for today?
I'm open to trying anything. What do you recommend?
Our signature dish is the vegetable stir-fry. It's made with fresh vegetables and a special sauce that we've perfected over the years.
That sounds delicious. I'll definitely try that.
Great. Do you have any dietary restrictions that I should be aware of?
No, I'm pretty flexible with my diet. Do you have any vegan options?
Yes, we do. Our vegan lentil soup is very popular among our customers.
That sounds interesting. I'll have to try that too.
Let me know if you have any questions about the menu. I'm happy to help.
Actually, what's in the vegetable dumplings? I love dumplings, but I've never had the vegetarian version.
The filling is made with minced mushrooms, carrots, and cabbage. It's a great alternative to the traditional pork filling.
That sounds delicious. I'll definitely have to add that to my order.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and put in your order. Your food should be out shortly.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to try everything.
It's my pleasure. Enjoy your meal.
Hey there. I am a DevOps engineer. What do you do?
Hey, nice to meet you. I am a database administrator at this network service provider.
That's cool. So, how do you manage such large-scale databases?
Well, it's all about keeping a close eye on the data, making sure it's secure and up to date, and optimizing it for faster response times.
That sounds like a lot of work. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's always challenging, but the satisfaction of maintaining a well-oiled machine is worth it.
I can imagine. Have you ever had any funny experiences with databases?
Haha, well, one time a colleague accidentally deleted everything in the database, but we were able to recover it within minutes. Crisis averted.
Wow, that must have been a heart-stopping moment. Have you ever had any successful projects?
Of course. Recently, we upgraded our system to be more cloud-based, and it improved our response time by 30%.
Impressive. What advice would you give to someone who wants to pursue a career in database management?
Well, you have to be detail-oriented, patient, and good with problem-solving. And definitely brush up on your technical skills too.
Good to know. Thanks for the insight. How do you see the future of database management shaping up?
I think it's only going to become more prevalent as we generate more and more data. So, it's definitely an industry to keep an eye on.
Definitely. It was great chatting with you, B. Have a good day.
You too, A. Take care.
Hey B, do you know anything about ISO 27001 network security?
Of course, I know a bit about it. Why do you ask?
Well, I've just started learning about it in my cybersecurity course, and I find it pretty interesting.
It is definitely an important standard for information security management.
Yes, and it covers a wide range of topics related to security management systems.
That's right, it includes risk management, access control, and incident management, among others.
I was particularly interested in the certification process. Have you heard about that?
Yes, to get certified, a company must meet the requirements outlined in the standard and pass an audit by a certification body.
That sounds like a lot of work, but I can see how it would be beneficial for businesses.
Absolutely, having a certification can give customers confidence that their data is being protected.
Do you think any companies have had trouble implementing the requirements?
It's definitely possible, but with proper planning and policies in place, it's definitely achievable.
That's good to hear. Have you heard of any examples of companies being successful with their implementation?
I believe Microsoft and Amazon Web Services are both certified, and they set the bar pretty high in terms of security.
Impressive. It's good to know that these big companies take security seriously.
Definitely, especially with all the data breaches that seem to happen these days.
Yeah, it's crazy how vulnerable we can be. I'm glad there are standards like ISO 27001 to help protect us.
Absolutely, and it's always important to stay up to date with the latest security measures.
Hey B, how are things?
Good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain, especially with this nice weather.
Yeah, it's perfect for a day at the beach.
Speaking of which, I had an idea for a new music project.
Oh really? What's the concept?
I was thinking of creating an album inspired by summer at the beach. Each song would represent a different aspect of the beach experience.
That sounds interesting. What kind of style were you thinking?
I was leaning towards a mix of reggae, rock, and pop, something that captures the laid-back vibe of the beach.
I like it. Do you have any songs written yet?
Not yet, but I have some ideas. I was hoping we could collaborate on it.
Sounds good to me. I have a recording studio nearby. We could start brainstorming there.
Perfect. Maybe we could even sample some beach sounds for added authenticity.
Definitely. Have you thought about any potential vocals for the songs?
Not yet, but I was hoping to get some local artists involved. Maybe we could even feature some beachgoers on the album with some improvised lyrics.
I love it. It adds an element of spontaneity to the project.
Exactly. So, what do you say? Are you in?
Absolutely, I can't wait to start working on this with you.
Hey B, do you know about the ISO 27001 contingency plan?
Sure. It's a plan to prepare and respond to unexpected events that may affect information security, right?
You nailed it. Don't you think it's funny that we're talking about contingency plans in a light and fun tone?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like we're preparing for a zombie apocalypse or something.
Ha ha ha, I know what you mean. But you gotta admit, having a solid plan in place is important to ensure business continuity.
Absolutely. Do you have any tips for creating a contingency plan?
Well, first you gotta identify the risks and the potential impact on the company. Then you can brainstorm ways to mitigate those risks and come up with a plan and protocol.
Makes sense. Do you think we should have a team dedicated to implementing the plan in case of an emergency?
Definitely. And it's important to review and update the plan periodically, just in case the risks change or new ones arise.
That's a good point. Plus, it keeps things interesting and prevents us from getting too complacent.
Precisely. And who knows, maybe one day we'll have to rely on this plan to save the day.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but if it does, we'll be ready for anything.
Haha, let's hope so. Thanks for chatting with me about this, B.
No problem. A, stay safe and secure.
Hey B, how's it going?
Not bad, just trying to figure out the best way to implement machine learning for our smart home control system.
Ah, that's an interesting challenge. What specifically are you trying to achieve with machine learning?
Well, we want to make our system truly intelligent and personalized for each user. We want to be able to predict their behaviors and preferences based on their past interactions with our devices.
Sounds like a great idea. Have you thought about what kind of data we need to collect and analyze for this to work?
Yes, we're planning to collect data from our users' devices and sensors, as well as their daily routines and habits. Then we'll use algorithms to make predictions and adjust the system accordingly.
That sounds like a lot of data to process. Have you thought about using cloud computing and distributed systems?
Yes, that's definitely an option. We'll need to design a scalable and efficient infrastructure that can handle the large volume of data and compute-intensive algorithms.
And how about data privacy and security? That's a big concern for our users.
Yes, we'll need to implement strict data protection measures and ensure that users have control over what data is collected and how it is used.
It sounds like you guys have thought of everything. What do you think the biggest challenge will be?
I think the biggest challenge will be developing algorithms that can accurately predict user behavior and preferences. We'll need to constantly refine our models and learn from user feedback to improve the system over time.
Well, it won't be easy, but it sounds like an exciting project. Good luck with it, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 information security objectives?
Yeah, I have some idea. Do you want me to explain it to you?
Sure, that would be helpful.
So, ISO 27001 is a standard that helps organizations keep their information assets secure. The information can be in various forms like digital or physical.
Oh, I see. But what about the objectives?
Well, the main objective is to provide a systematic and structured approach to managing sensitive data.
That sounds important. Why do we need to follow this standard?
Following the standard would help organizations to prevent data breaches, maintain confidentiality, and ensure data availability.
Okay, so how can we implement this in our organization?
We need to identify and assess our information assets, classify them based on their importance, and then select appropriate security controls to implement based on the ISO 27001 standard.
I think I got it. But what if we face any challenges while implementing it?
We need to review and monitor the effectiveness of the implemented controls, and if there are any deviations, we need to take corrective actions to improve our information security management system.
That makes sense. Is there anything else I should be aware of?
Yes, we need to regularly review and update our security policies, ensure that all employees are aware of the importance of information security, and conduct regular training and awareness programs.
Wow, there's a lot to consider, but it's definitely necessary. Thanks for explaining it to me, B.
No worries, information security is crucial for any organization, so it's important to be aware of the best practices.
Hi there, I'm a computer vision engineer. Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm an automation engineer. Good to see you too.
So, what brings you to the world of automation?
Well, I've always been interested in taking the human element out of manufacturing processes.
That's actually something that I can help with. My expertise lies in using computer vision to create automated production lines.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. I've heard that computer vision is really advancing these days.
Yes, definitely. We can use machine learning algorithms to help the system learn as it works, allowing for greater efficiency and fewer errors.
Wow, that would be a huge game changer for some of the factories I work with.
Absolutely. And beyond just making things more efficient, we can also use computer vision to monitor for defects or quality control issues in real time.
Wow, that's really cool. So, how do we get started with incorporating computer vision into our production lines?
There are a few different approaches, but generally, we'll start by setting up cameras and other sensors throughout the factory and collecting data on the production process.
Got it. From there, we can use that data to train the algorithms to recognize different parts or products and make decisions based on that.
Exactly. And we can also build in redundancy and fail-safes to prevent any errors or machine failures.
That all sounds great. But if we're going to bring in computer vision, we're going to need to convince some people who might be resistant to change.
Definitely. But I think once we show them how much more efficient and reliable the process can be with computer vision, they'll come around.
Yeah, I can see that. And honestly, I think it'll be really exciting for everyone to see it all in action.
Definitely. It'll be like watching the future unfold right before our eyes.
Haha, yeah, we'll be like the rulers of the automation world.
Or at least a couple of engineers doing our best to bring cutting-edge technology into the industrial space.
Hey, I'll take it.
Hey B, did you have fun walking with your dad in the park earlier?
Yeah, it was great. We saw a lot of ducks in the pond.
That sounds fun. Did your dad try to feed them?
Yeah, but they were so greedy, they tried to steal the whole bag of bread from him.
Haha, I bet that was a funny sight to see.
It really was. We also went on the swings and the slide.
I'm surprised your dad didn't get stuck in the slide.
Laughs, he actually did get stuck, but he played it off cool like he meant to do that.
Your dad sounds like a fun guy to be around.
He is. He's always making me laugh with his jokes and silly faces.
That's so nice. Did you guys bring any snacks with you?
Yeah, my dad packed some fruit and granola bars. We had a little picnic on the grass.
Sounds like a perfect day in the park with your dad. I'm glad you had a good time.
Me too. Can we go to the park together next time? I think you'd like hanging out with my dad too.
That would be awesome. Let's plan it out sometime. Hello there. I couldn't help but notice your telescope. Are you an astronomer?
Yes, I am. And you with that physics book seem like a physicist.
Oh, I am. It's interesting how our fields overlap, especially when it comes to the creation and workings of the universe.
Definitely. The laws of physics govern the behavior of celestial bodies in space. And astronomy helps us study and understand those bodies.
Yes, and I find it fascinating how everything in the cosmos seems to follow a set of mathematical rules.
Yes, the universe is like a giant puzzle waiting to be solved. And we're just trying to understand it one piece at a time.
It's amazing how much we've learned about the universe, considering how little we really know.
It's true. We've come a long way in our understanding of things, and yet we still have so much more to learn.
I agree. I'm always fascinated by black holes, for example. They have such a powerful gravitational pull that nothing, not even light, can escape.
Ah, black holes, the ultimate cosmic vacuum cleaners. You need to travel at the speed of light or faster to escape their gravitational pull.
It's both exhilarating and terrifying to think about. The universe is full of so many wonders, and yet it's so vast that we're just barely scratching the surface.
Yes, but that's part of the fun of it all. It's a never-ending journey of discovery and exploration.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what else we'll learn about the universe in the years to come.
Me too. Who knows what other mysteries we'll uncover?
Hey B, I heard that we haven't been hitting our targets for testing coverage lately.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. We need to increase our coverage to ensure that we catch any bugs before release.
Absolutely. Have you thought about implementing some new testing techniques to increase our coverage?
Actually, I have. I've been looking into using automated testing to improve our coverage.
That's a great idea. We could also try exploratory testing to enhance our testing efforts.
I completely agree. Another option is implementing white box testing to cover all possible code paths.
We could also use black box testing to test our software from the user's perspective.
That's a great point. It's good to think about the user's experience when testing.
Definitely. And we could also incorporate regression testing to ensure that any updates or changes do not break any existing features.
Precisely. We must have a robust testing plan in place to ensure the quality of our software.
I also think creating test scenarios based on customer feedback could be helpful in increasing our testing coverage.
That's a good idea. We can never have too much customer feedback.
Agreed. Plus, it would be cool to incorporate new testing technologies like virtual reality testing.
Now, that's thinking outside the box. Adding VR testing could definitely give us an edge in the industry.
It's important to stay on top of the latest technologies and trends in the industry.
Absolutely. And by incorporating new testing techniques and technologies, we can ensure that our testing coverage is always comprehensive.
All right, let's get to work and implement some of these ideas. Who knows, maybe we'll even break our testing coverage goals this time.
I'm excited to see what we can accomplish. Let's do this.
Hey, have you heard about the cloud engineer and database administrator designing the health insurance system in the cloud?
Yeah, I heard about that. It sounds interesting.
I wonder how they will tackle the challenges of storing and securing sensitive medical data. Do you have any idea?
As a database administrator, I surely do. We ensure that the data is stored safely and access is restricted to only authorized personnel.
That's great. As a cloud engineer, I'll make sure that the system's scalability and elasticity are taken care of.
Yeah, because with cloud-based systems, we need to ensure that the system can handle fluctuations in the user load.
Absolutely right. And hey, with this system in place, people can easily access their health insurance information from anywhere, anytime.
Exactly, that's what cloud computing is all about, providing convenient access to data. And it's always a plus when it comes to health insurance.
I can already imagine the convenience it is going to bring to our daily lives.
And who knows, maybe more insurance companies will start adopting cloud-based systems in the future.
That would be amazing. This is just the beginning of a new era in the healthcare industry.
Agreed. It's always fascinating to be at the forefront of technological advancements.
Cheers to that. Good morning. What a beautiful day to talk about the environment and how to improve the green spaces in our city.
Good morning. Yes, it's always great to be outside, especially in a well-maintained park like this one.
I totally agree. Speaking of green spaces, what are your thoughts on increasing urban greenery?
Well, we have a great opportunity to create more green spaces by converting unused or vacant land into parks, community gardens, or even urban forests.
That's a great idea. Meanwhile, we can also plant more trees and add more green roofs and walls to our buildings and infrastructure.
Yes, and we must also ensure that our parks and urban forests are accessible and inclusive to all members of our community, including children, seniors, and people with disabilities.
Absolutely. One way to do this is by engaging our citizens in park and tree planting activities, volunteerism, and urban ecology programs.
And we can also leverage technology and data to better monitor and manage our green spaces, such as using satellite images and sensors to track urban heat island effects and water usage.
That's an interesting approach. Speaking of technology, have you heard of the Green Roof Initiative that allows people to grow food on a rooftop?
Yes, I have. It's an innovative approach to urban agriculture that not only provides fresh produce but also helps to mitigate urban heat and stormwater challenges.
Exactly. It also brings people together and creates a sense of community. And did you know? Trees and plants improve air quality by absorbing harmful pollutants.
Yes, I did know that. In fact, planting more trees is one of the most effective ways to reduce carbon emissions and combat climate change.
That's right. Overall, I think it's important that we continue working together to make our city greener and more sustainable.
Totally agree. Thank you for the interesting discussion. Let's keep brainstorming and implementing more green initiatives in our community.
Hey, do you know anything about managing accounts and privileges in the system?
Sure, I do. What do you need help with?
Well, I have to grant access to some new users, but I have no idea how to do it.
Oh, that's easy. You just need to create new accounts and assign the appropriate privileges.
How do I know which privileges to assign?
Well, that depends on the user's role and responsibilities within the system.
I see. Can I assign multiple privileges to one user?
Of course, you can. But make sure you don't give them too much power or they might cause problems.
Got it. Do I need to keep track of all the accounts and privileges I assign?
It's definitely a good idea to keep a record of who has what privileges. That way you can easily troubleshoot any issues that arise.
That makes sense. How often should I review and update the privileges?
I'd say at least once a quarter, but it really depends on how frequently the system and user roles change.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Actually, one more question. Can I revoke privileges if a user is no longer responsible for a certain task?
Absolutely. It's important to maintain the integrity of the system by removing unnecessary privileges from users.
Perfect. Thanks again for your help.
Anytime.
Hi there, I'm really excited to be here in the Victoria Mountain Range. I can't wait to start taking some amazing photographs.
Hi, it's great to have you here too. We're always happy to have photographers come and document our work in the conservation area.
Absolutely. I'm really interested in your work in the conservation field. What are some of the animals you're working to protect here?
We have a few different species we're working with right now, including the endangered mountain caribou and the western toad.
That's really interesting. I hope I get a chance to capture some images of those animals.
Definitely. We can take you out to some of the areas where they're commonly found.
Sounds perfect. And what are some of the most impressive landscapes in the area?
There's so much to see here, it's hard to choose. But we have some stunning mountain ranges, deep valleys, and crystal clear lakes that will take your breath away.
Wow, that all sounds incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing it all.
I'm sure you'll love it. Just remember to respect the environment and not disturb any of the wildlife.
Of course, my passion is capturing natural beauty without causing any harm. I'm looking forward to sharing some images that show off this incredible area.
That's great to hear. We're always happy to have people help spread awareness about the importance of conservation.
Absolutely. I believe that photographs can be a powerful tool in showing people why we need to care for our planet.
I completely agree. It's always inspiring to see people using their talents for a greater purpose.
Well, let's get started then. I'd love to start exploring and seeing what kinds of shots I can capture.
Perfect, let's go. We have a lot to show you.
Hey Bee, have you seen those colorful fish swimming around this area? They're so stunning.
Yes, I have noticed them. They are part of the coral reef ecosystem, which is one of the contributors to the marine biodiversity.
Speaking of biodiversity, did you know that some species of jellyfish have been found to be bioluminescent?
Wow, that's amazing. Have you also heard about the giant clam? It's an endangered species that can grow up to 4 feet in length.
Yes, I have read about it. It's heartbreaking that such a magnificent creature is threatened by human activities.
It is indeed. Speaking of human activities, have you watched the documentary about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch?
Yes, I have. The amount of plastic waste in our oceans is one of the biggest threats to marine life.
That's right. It's essential that we raise awareness and encourage people to reduce their use of single-use plastics.
Absolutely. On a lighter note, have you tried the local seafood cuisine yet? I heard their prawn dishes are excellent.
I haven't, but I'm excited to try them. I also heard that the local fishermen practice sustainable fishing methods, which is a good thing for marine conservation.
Yes, it's great to hear that there are people who care about the environment and the animals living within it.
Indeed. It's our responsibility as marine scientists to help raise awareness and advocate for the conservation of marine biodiversity.
I agree. Speaking of which, what's our plan for the next research dive?
We're going to measure the productivity of phytoplankton in this area. Ready to gear up and go for a swim?
Let's do it. Good morning, Bee. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, A. It's a beautiful day out here in the hills. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So, what do we have to repair today?
We have to work on the tractor. The engine seems to be having some trouble.
Ah, I see. Well, let's take a look and get started then.
Yep, let's get this baby up and running again. You know what they say, happy tractor, happy farmer.
Laughs, that's a good one. You seem to be in good spirits today.
Yeah, I am. I saw a deer running through the fields and it just made me happy.
That's great. It's always nice to see the wildlife around here.
It sure is. You know, I was thinking of taking my kids on a hike through these hills next weekend. Do you have any suggestions?
Absolutely. There's a beautiful trail that takes you to the top of that hill over there. The view is breathtaking.
That sounds amazing. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem at all. Now, let's get back to work. We have a tractor to fix.
Right. I'll grab the tools and meet you over there.
Sounds good to me. Let's do this.
You got it, A. We're a great team.
Smiles, yes, we are. Hey Bee, have you heard about the latest findings from our penetration testing?
Yeah, I was just reading the report this morning. It looks like we have some work to do.
Definitely. We found a few vulnerabilities in the login system that need to be patched ASAP.
Okay, let's get on it. Do you have any suggestions on where to start?
I think we should start by reviewing the code and identifying any potential security holes.
Good idea. And we could also implement multi-factor authentication to add an extra layer of security.
Great point. And we should also run some more tests to make sure the fixes actually work.
Agreed. We don't want to leave any stone unturned.
By the way, did you hear about that famous hacker who was arrested last week?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Apparently, he hacked into a bank system and stole $100,000. But he got caught because he used his real name in the email addresses he created for the operation.
Laughs, you gotta be kidding me.
Nope, it's true. That just goes to show how important it is for hackers to cover their tracks.
Definitely. And it also shows how important it is for companies like ours to have strong security measures in place.
That's for sure. But hey, at least we're doing our part to make the internet a safer place.
Smiling, yep, one code fix at a time.
Hey B, did you see the latest report on the code review tool? It found a lot of bugs in our latest project.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried. We've been through this before. Let's just get to work and fix them one by one.
Agreed. But it's always amusing to see what kind of mistakes we make, like that time we accidentally left a print debug statement in the production code.
Haha, yeah. Good thing we caught that before it went live. Remember that one time where our statement was written with a single equal sign instead of equal sign? That was a nightmare.
Oh, don't remind me. That's why we always double-check our verifications. But seriously, how do these bugs even happen?
Sometimes it's just a simple typo or oversight. Other times, it's a combination of things that go wrong. But that's why we have a review process in place.
Yeah, and thank goodness for that. It's better to catch these issues early on than to wait until someone reports a problem with the software.
Absolutely. I always remind myself that building software is like crafting. It takes time and attention to detail, and mistakes are part of the process.
I couldn't agree more. So, what's the plan? Should we set up a meeting to discuss which bugs need fixing first?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's prioritize the issues and make sure we tackle them efficiently. We don't want to miss any of them.
Sounds like a plan. Time to roll up our sleeves and dive into the code. Thanks for your help as always, B.
No problem, hey. We're in this together. Let's get to work.
Good evening and welcome to our restaurant. Do you have any dietary restrictions or preferences?
No, I'm open to trying anything. What do you suggest?
Our signature dish is the seared scallops with truffle cream sauce. It's served with risotto and grilled asparagus. Would you like to try that?
That sounds delicious. I'll go with that.
Excellent choice. And for your drink, would you prefer something light or bold?
Something bold, please. Surprise me.
All right. I'll bring you one of our special red wines. It pairs well with the scallops.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
Here's your dish, seared scallops with truffle cream sauce. Enjoy.
Wow, this looks amazing. This is the best meal I've had in a long time. The scallops are cooked to perfection and the truffle cream sauce is divine.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. We take great pride in our dishes.
You should be proud. This is outstanding.
How was your meal? Did you save room for dessert?
Smiling, I actually did. What do you suggest?
Our chocolate lava cake is very popular. It's served warm with vanilla ice cream.
That sounds decadent. I'll have that.
Here's your chocolate lava cake. Enjoy.
Savoring each bite, this is incredible. Thank you so much for this wonderful dining experience.
You're very welcome. Thank you for choosing our restaurant. We hope to see you again soon. Hey, have you ever been to Cairns in Australia?
No, but I've always wanted to go. Why do you ask?
I'm planning a trip there and I was wondering if you had any tips on managing expenses.
Well, depending on what you want to do, the costs can add up quickly. Have you thought about creating a budget?
Yes, I have, but I'm not sure how much I should budget for things like food, accommodations, and attractions.
In my experience, accommodations can vary greatly in pricing, so it's best to research and compare options. As for food, if you stay in a place with a kitchen, you can save money by cooking your meals.
That's a great idea. Do you know of any must-see attractions that are worth the cost?
Definitely the Great Barrier Reef. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it's important to choose a reputable tour company for safety and conservation purposes.
I've also heard about the Kuranda Scenic Railway and Skyrail. Is it worth the price?
Absolutely. The scenic views are breathtaking and it's a unique way to experience the rainforest. Plus, there are plenty of stops along the way for photo opportunities.
Sounds like a plan. Is there anything else we should keep in mind?
Don't forget to factor in transportation costs, such as getting to and from the airport and renting a car if needed. And keep an eye out for deals and promotions on activities and accommodations.
Thanks for the advice. I feel more confident about planning my trip now.
No problem. Have a great time in Cairns.
Good morning, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
Not too bad. I'm here to inspect the quality of your catch today.
That's great. We always strive for the best quality fish.
That's good to hear. I noticed that some of the fish are a little bruised. Perhaps handling them with more care could improve their value.
Yes, we'll make sure to be more gentle with them in the future. Do you have any other suggestions?
Well, I also noticed that some of the fish are not as fresh as they could be. It's important to keep them on ice and in good condition as soon as they're caught.
Absolutely. We'll make sure to stick to our high standards.
That's great to hear. I also think that working more closely with the chefs and restaurants in the area could help to increase the value of your fish.
That's an interesting idea. We'll look into it.
Wonderful. I'm glad that I could be of help.
Thank you. We always appreciate having an expert eye.
Hi there, B. It's great to see you again. How are things going at work?
Hey. Everything is going great. We've been working on some really exciting projects lately, especially when it comes to handling large amounts of data.
That's amazing. I've been doing some work with data analysis myself. It can be a real challenge trying to sift through it all.
Absolutely. That's where cloud technology comes in handy. Have you ever worked with it?
I've heard of it, but I'm not very familiar with it. Care to enlighten me?
Sure thing. With cloud technology, you can store and access large amounts of data remotely, which saves you from having to buy and maintain expensive infrastructure.
Oh wow, that does sound convenient. But doesn't it also pose some security risks?
It can, but there are a lot of measures in place to mitigate those risks. Encryption, access control, and monitoring are just a few examples.
Interesting. I can definitely see how cloud technology would make managing large data sets much easier. Thanks for explaining it to me, B.
No problem at all, anytime.
Hey, have you ever tried tandoori chicken? It's amazing.
No, I haven't. What's so special about it?
Well, it's marinated in yogurt and spices, and then cooked in a clay oven. The result is juicy chicken with a slightly smoky flavor.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Where can I find it?
There's a great Indian restaurant down the street that serves it. We should go there sometime.
Absolutely. Are there any vegetarian options on the menu?
Yes, they have plenty of vegetarian dishes as well. You can try the paneer tikka.
Paneer tikka? What's that?
It's a dish made with marinated and grilled cubes of paneer, a kind of Indian cheese. It's really flavorful too.
Wow, I think I'm going to have to take you up on that offer to check out this restaurant. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem. I'm always happy to share my love of food with others. And trust me, once you try tandoori chicken, you won't be able to get enough of it.
Haha, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can get some naan bread to go with it too?
Absolutely. Naan bread is the perfect complement to any tandoori dish. My mouth is already watering just thinking about it. Hey B, have you ever tried hot pot before?
Yes. It's one of my favorite dishes. How about you?
Honestly, I haven't tried it yet. Can you explain it to me?
Sure thing. It's basically a pot of boiling soup, and you cook raw ingredients like meat, veggies, and noodles in it.
That sounds interesting. What's the soup made of?
It depends on the restaurant, but usually there's a spicy soup and a non-spicy soup. The spicy one is made with chili peppers, and the other one is more mild.
Gotcha. Have you ever had any crazy ingredients in your hot pot?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had cow stomach, pig's blood, and even bullfrog.
Looking disgusted, you, really?
Don't knock it until you try it, eh? It's all about the flavor.
I'll have to take your word for it. What kind of dipping sauce do you like?
I usually mix soy sauce, vinegar, and sesame oil together. It's the perfect combination.
That sounds good. Do you have any tips for a hot pot beginner like me?
Just don't overcook the ingredients. And make sure you leave some room for dessert afterwards.
Laughing, will do. Thanks for the advice, B.
No problem, eh? Let's go grab a hot pot sometime soon.
Hey B, have you heard about our new project? We're building an internal website system for our company using ASP.NET Razor Pages.
Yeah, I did. I think it's going to be a great project to work on. I'm excited to see the final product.
Same here. I think it's going to be challenging, but worthwhile. Are you comfortable using Razor Pages?
Definitely. I've had experience with it before, and I think it's a great tool for building web applications.
That's awesome. I'm still learning the ropes, so I might have to ask you for some help from time to time.
Of course. Happy to lend a hand whenever you need it.
Do you have any ideas for the design or layout of the website? I was thinking we could incorporate some bright colors and fun graphics to make it more engaging.
I like that idea. It's always good to have a visually appealing website. Maybe we could also add some interactive features to keep users engaged.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking we could include a chatbot for users to interact with, or maybe even a virtual assistant.
That's a great idea. We could also look into integrating some AI features to make it more intelligent and efficient.
Definitely. I think this website is going to be a game changer for our company.
Agreed. It'll make things so much easier for employees to access information and collaborate with each other.
And hopefully, it'll be fun to use too.
Absolutely. Let's get to work and make this website unforgettable.
Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 information classification?
Yeah, I've heard about it. What do you want to know about it?
I was wondering how it could help us in our work. Have you found any benefits from using it?
Definitely. It helps us to identify and classify our data and resources in a more structured way.
That sounds useful. I've always been a bit confused about how to properly classify things.
Yeah, me too. But with ISO 27001, it's all laid out clearly and it helps us to keep our data safe and secure.
Okay, so what's the process for implementing it in our company?
There's a lot involved, but basically we need to assess our current information assets, classify them based on their sensitivity, and then implement proper security measures for each level of classification.
Got it. I'll have a closer look at the guidelines and start thinking about how we can apply it to our work.
Great idea. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to protecting our data.
Absolutely. And it's not just about protecting our company's information, but also our clients' information too.
That's right. We have a responsibility to keep everything secure and confidential.
Well, it's good to know that we're both on the same page when it comes to information security.
Definitely. It's important to stay ahead of the game and use the latest standards and practices to keep our company and clients safe.
Hey B, how's it going?
Not too bad. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks. So, I heard we're here to talk about testing software for our e-commerce site.
Yup, that's right. We want to make sure it's stable and secure.
Yeah, that makes sense. What kind of tests do you have in mind?
Well, we could start by doing some functional testing to make sure everything works as it should.
Right. And then we can move on to some security testing to make sure there are no vulnerabilities.
Exactly. I'm thinking we could also do some load testing to see how the software performs under heavy traffic.
That's a good idea. And we should definitely do some regression testing to make sure new changes don't break existing functionality.
Agreed. We also need to test the software on different devices and browsers to make sure it's accessible to everyone.
Yeah, cross-browser testing is definitely important. Do you think we should use manual testing or test automation?
I think a combination of both would be best. Some tests are better suited to manual testing, while others can be automated for quicker and more efficient testing.
Makes sense. And I guess we also need to factor in accessibility testing, right?
Absolutely. We want to make sure our software is accessible to everyone, including users with disabilities.
Right. It's better to catch those issues early on rather than have users struggle with them later.
Definitely. So, do you have any tools in mind for our testing?
I was thinking we could try out Selenium for test automation and JAWS for accessibility testing. What do you think?
Those sound like great options. We should also consider using load testing tools like JMeter or LoadRunner.
Good point. And we can use tools like OWASP Zap for security testing.
Perfect. Anything else we should consider?
I think that pretty much covers it. It's important to have a comprehensive testing plan to ensure our software is stable and secure.
Absolutely. Thanks for your help with this, hey. Let's get started on our testing plan.
Hi B. How's everything going?
Hey. I'm good, how about you?
I'm doing well. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about our publishing plans for a new book.
Sure thing, what do you have in mind?
Well, I've been working on this novel for a while now, and I think it's finally ready to be published.
That's exciting. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
It's a mystery novel set in a small town. The protagonist is a detective who is trying to solve a murder case.
Sounds interesting. Do you have a title in mind?
Yes, I was thinking of calling it Murder in the Mayberry.
I like it. What about the cover design?
I've been working with a graphic designer, and we have a few options. One has a magnifying glass, and the other has a silhouette of a person.
Tough choice. I think we should get some input from our marketing team.
Agreed. Another question, what about the release date?
We need to consider the competition and make sure we have ample time for the marketing campaign. How about we aim for a fall release?
Works for me. And on that note, I better get back to writing some more.
Looking forward to reading the rest of the novel. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, B. And thanks for your help with the publishing plans. Have a great day. Good morning, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. So, what can I do for you today?
Actually, I'm here for my annual checkup.
Ah, fantastic. Let's get started then.
Sure thing. Just a heads up, my blood pressure tends to run a bit high when I'm nervous.
No problem at all. I promise I'll be gentle.
That's very reassuring, thank you.
So, how are things at the hospital lately?
It's been pretty busy, but nothing we can't handle. What about your clinic?
Same here, we're staying busy, but everything is under control for now.
That's good to hear. By the way, have you heard about that new sushi restaurant that just opened up down the street?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
I don't know yet, but I was thinking we should try it out sometime.
Sounds like a plan to me. We'll have to make a date of it.
Absolutely. Well, my vitals look good so far. How about the rest of the exam?
Everything looks great. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll see you next year.
Thanks so much, Doctor. You're the best.
Good afternoon, how can I help you today?
Hello, I'm a diabetic patient and I'm here looking for some advice on how to manage my medication.
Of course. Have you been taking your medication as prescribed by your doctor?
Yes, but sometimes I forget to take them at the right time. It's hard to remember sometimes.
I understand, it can be difficult to remember when to take medication. Have you considered a pill dispenser to help with timing?
That's a good idea. I'll look into purchasing one. Are there any other tips you can give me to manage my medication?
You can also set daily reminders on your phone or computer to help you remember. Additionally, try to take your medication with a meal to help reduce the risk of low blood sugar.
That's great advice, thank you. What about exercise? Can that help with my condition?
Yes, exercise can definitely help with managing diabetes. Combining medication with a healthy diet and regular exercise can help you stay healthy.
Okay, thank you for your help. Can I also ask about any potential side effects from my medication?
Of course, it's important to be aware of any side effects. Make sure to read the information leaflet that comes with your medication, and if you have any concerns, don't hesitate to ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Thank you for all your help and advice. You've been really helpful today.
You're welcome. Remember, managing diabetes takes time and effort, but by taking your medication as prescribed, eating a healthy diet, and getting regular exercise, you can help manage your condition and stay healthy. Hi there. I'm a data scientist. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm a data analyst. Nice to meet you too.
So, let's talk about how to use data analysis to better understand consumer behavior.
Yes. With the massive amount of data available nowadays, it's essential to use it to gain valuable insights.
Absolutely. What do you think is the most useful type of data to analyze?
I think transactional data is one of the most valuable sources. It can tell us a lot about what consumers are buying and how much they spend.
Right you are. But what about demographic data? Don't you think that can be useful too?
Absolutely. Demographic data can help us determine what products are most popular among different age groups, genders, and more.
Agreed. On to the next question. Do you think social media data is useful for consumer behavior research?
Definitely. Social media platforms are where people share their opinions, preferences, and experiences with different products and services.
Excellent point. But there's so much data out there, how can we efficiently sift through it all?
That's where machine learning comes in. We can use algorithms to process large amounts of data to find patterns and insights more quickly.
Very true. Now, how can we use the data we find to improve our marketing strategies?
We can use the insights we gain from the data to create more targeted and effective marketing campaigns.
Exactly. And what about product development? Can data analysis help with that?
Absolutely. By analyzing consumer preferences and behavior, we can develop new products tailored to their specific wants and needs.
Brilliant. It seems like there's so much we can do with data analysis when it comes to consumer behavior.
Yes, it's a very exciting field to work in. I'm glad to be part of it.
Me too. Thanks for the engaging conversation. It was great to exchange ideas with you.
Thank you as well. Looking forward to working together in the future.
Good morning. Where would you like to go today?
Good morning. Can we head to the Royal Botanic Gardens?
Definitely. It's a beautiful day for a stroll in the gardens. Have you been there before?
No, but I've heard so much about it. I'm excited to see it for myself.
It's a real gem of the city. What brings you to Melbourne?
A business trip. But I'm making time to explore the city while I'm here.
That's a great idea. Melbourne has so much to offer. Have you tried any of the famous coffee spots?
Not yet, but I've heard the coffee culture here is top-notch.
You heard right. We take our coffee seriously. If you need any recommendations, just let me know.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm also hoping to catch a football game while I'm here.
Ah, you're a fan of the footy. Who's your team?
I don't have one yet. Any recommendations?
Well, if you're looking for a team with underdog spirit, you can't go wrong with the Western Bulldogs.
Sounds like a winner. Thanks for the tip.
No problem. Here we are at the gardens. Enjoy your stroll.
Thank you so much for the ride and the recommendations. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Enjoy your stay in Melbourne. Hi there. Are you one of the ground staff here?
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
I'm a flight attendant, and I was just wondering about the luggage handling process.
Sure, what would you like to know?
Well, I'm always curious about how the bags get from the plane to the conveyor belt so quickly.
Well, we have a special team that handles the luggage. They use trolleys to transport the bags from the plane to the luggage area.
That sounds efficient. What happens if a bag gets lost?
We follow a strict protocol for lost luggage. We try our best to locate it and return it to the owner as soon as possible.
Good to know. Have you ever had any strange items come through the baggage claim?
Oh, yes. We've had everything from live animals to giant stuffed animals.
That must make for an interesting day.
Definitely. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thanks so much for your help.
No problem. Have a great flight.
Good morning, B. How's your experiment going?
Good morning, Professor A. It's going pretty well, thank you. I was able to replicate the results from our last experiment.
That's great news. I heard that you also presented a paper at last week's conference.
Yes, I did. It was an amazing experience. There were so many researchers from different countries presenting their work.
That sounds exciting. Did you have time to explore the city?
Yes, I did. I visited some museums and tried some local foods. I even went to a concert.
Wow, you sound like you had a great time. Speaking of concerts, have you heard the latest album from your favorite band?
Yes, I have. I've been listening to it nonstop. It's amazing.
I'm glad to hear that. I also heard that they're going on tour next year. Are you planning to go to any of their shows?
Absolutely. I'm already saving up for tickets. It's going to be an incredible concert.
Well, speaking of incredible things, have you seen the results from the latest study on the health benefits of dark chocolate?
Yes, I have. It's amazing how something so tasty can also be good for you.
Exactly. I think we need to do some more research on that, don't you?
Absolutely. I think I'll start with a taste test, just to be sure.
Laughs, sounds like a plan. Let me know how it goes, B.
Will do, Professor A. Thank you for the chat.
Hi there, B. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you for asking. How about you, Tutor A?
I'm doing well, thanks. So, let's discuss the progress we've made in the course so far. How do you feel about it?
I think we're making good progress. I particularly enjoyed the last lesson on phrasal verbs.
That's great to hear. I agree, phrasal verbs can be tricky, but they're so important to learn.
Definitely. What's next on the syllabus?
We'll be focusing on idioms in our next lesson. I think you'll find it really interesting.
Oh, I love learning about idioms. Can you give me a sneak peek of what we'll be learning?
Sure. We'll be looking at some common idioms related to animals and their meanings. For example, raining cats and dogs means it's raining heavily.
That sounds like a fun lesson. Speaking of animals, have you ever had a pet?
Yes, I had a dog when I was growing up. How about you?
I have a cat named Mr. Whiskers. He's very playful and likes to meow a lot.
Ah, that sounds adorable. I'm more of a dog person myself, but I appreciate cats too.
Yeah, they each have their own unique personalities. Anyway, back to the course. When is our next quiz?
Our next quiz will be next week after we've finished the idioms lesson. But don't worry, we'll have a review session before the quiz to go over everything.
That's great to know. I'll make sure to study hard. Thanks, Tutor A. This was a great discussion.
You're welcome, B. Keep up the good work and let me know if you have any questions. Hey B, how's it going? Heard you've been working with AI technology lately.
Yup, it's been pretty interesting. The possibilities are exciting.
Definitely. We're trying to improve production efficiency and quality at our company. Do you think AI can help?
Absolutely. AI can help with predictive maintenance of machinery and even optimize production schedules in real time.
That would definitely save us some headaches. How about detecting quality issues?
AI can use machine vision to detect defects in products as they're being manufactured.
Impressive. Have you worked with any specific AI tools?
I've had experience with TensorFlow and Keras for deep learning models and also with OpenCV for machine vision tasks.
Cool. We've got some data sets we'd like to experiment with. How long would it take to train a deep learning model?
It depends on the size of the dataset and complexity of the model, but it could take a few hours to a few days.
Okay, good to know. Are there any other concerns we should have when implementing AI in manufacturing?
Interpreting the results and understanding how the models make decisions is important. It's also important to have a solid data infrastructure to support AI models.
Thank you for the advice, it's been really helpful. Do you think there's anything else we should consider?
One thing I've noticed is that AI models can be biased based on the data they're trained on, so it's important to make sure data is diverse and representative.
That's a good point. We need to make sure there's a wide range of data to avoid any biases.
Exactly. And it's important to keep monitoring and adjusting the models to ensure they continue to perform well.
I'm really excited to start implementing AI at our company. Thanks for all the great information, B.
No problem, A. Can't wait to see what we can accomplish with AI.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well rested and ready for today's class.
Good morning, teacher. I'm feeling great today. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So, today we're going to learn about phrasal verbs. Have you heard of them before?
Yes, I have. They're those tricky verbs with multiple meanings, right?
Exactly. But don't worry, we'll break them down and make them easy to understand. Can you give me an example of a phrasal verb?
Sure, how about break up? It can mean to end a relationship or to separate something into smaller parts.
Great example. See, you already know more than you think. Let's practice some more together. Okay, now let's take a break and lighten the mood. Did you hear about the new restaurant down the street?
No, I haven't. What's it like?
It's a fancy sushi place called Rolling Waves. I heard their rolls are amazing.
Sounds cool. Maybe we should all go there for our next class celebration.
That sounds like a great idea. Now, back to phrasal verbs. Let's review what we learned so far. Time's up for today. Great job, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks for the lesson, teacher. I had fun and learned a lot.
You're welcome, B. Keep up the good work. Hey there. Are you ready for our photo shoot today?
Yes, I'm so excited. I've never done a shoot in the Hollywood Hills before.
It's a beautiful location for photos. Do you have any ideas in mind for poses?
Actually, I was thinking we could do some fun jumping shots. What do you think?
I love that idea. It'll add some excitement and motion to the photos. Let's give it a try.
Great. And maybe we can also do some poses with the Hollywood sign in the background.
Absolutely, that iconic sign will make for a stunning backdrop. Speaking of Hollywood, have you seen any celebrities around here?
Not yet, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of someone famous.
You never know, it could happen. But for now, let's focus on getting some amazing shots.
Sounds good to me. By the way, do you have any favorite photo shoots that you've done in the past?
Oh, definitely. I did a shoot with a couple in Paris last year that was absolutely magical.
Wow, that sounds incredible. I hope I get to do a shoot in Paris someday too.
I'm sure you will, you're a natural in front of the camera. Alright, let's get to shooting.
Let's do it. I'm ready to jump, pose, and capture some great memories.
Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. Are you ready to order?
Yes, we are. Can you recommend something for us?
Of course. Our signature dish is the beef Wellington. It's a British classic.
That sounds delicious. But we are also in the mood for some seafood.
We have fresh lobster and scallops tonight. Would you like that?
Yes, please. And can we also get some oysters for appetizers?
Certainly. How many would you like?
Let's start with a dozen.
Sounds good. And to drink, would you like our house wine or something else?
We'll go with your recommendation again.
Great. Our sommelier recommends a nice bottle of red wine to go with your meal.
Perfect. We trust your expertise. Thank you, eh?
You're welcome. I'll put in your order right away.
By the way, are you the chef here?
Yes, I am. What do you think of our restaurant so far?
We absolutely love it. The food is fantastic and the service is outstanding.
Thank you so much. We take pride in what we do here.
Well, you should be proud. This is easily one of the best meals we've had in London.
That means a lot to us. Thank you for your kind words.
No problem at all. Keep up the great work.
Hey, have you heard about the new requests for wedding ceremonies at our hotel?
No, what's up?
Customers want to hold their wedding receptions here. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for us.
Absolutely, we need to make sure everything runs smoothly.
True. But, what if we run into issues with the guests' particular needs?
That's something we need to be aware of. We should create a checklist for each request.
Fantastic idea. That way, we can ensure that each wedding reception is unique and tailored to each individual customer.
Exactly. We should double-check the decorations, the seating arrangement, and the audio system.
This reminds me, we should also have a backup plan if there are any technical issues.
Agreed. And it's essential to have an excellent service from the entrees to dessert.
The food should be top quality, and we must accommodate guests with any particular dietary restrictions.
Not to mention, offering drinks and different types of cocktails would be a great addition.
On that note, we should also suggest DJ services or live music. It'll help create more atmosphere.
Yes, and we can also provide photography services, which will help to make the wedding cherished for a long time.
For sure, we should make sure the guests have the best possible experience, even if it's just for a night.
Right. The main goal is to create unforgettable memories and satisfied customers.
A happy customer is a returning customer, and we can expand our wedding services in the future.
We'll be the finest wedding venue in town.
Good morning, Mr. B. How are you today?
Not so great, officer. I never imagined being in a detective's office.
Well, it's not every day that we invite someone for a chat. But, we're here to discuss the problem that we have with you.
Okay, I think I know where this is going.
It's about the incident at the grocery store, where there was a theft that occurred. Do you happen to know anything about that?
Oh, that. Nope, I don't have any idea. I was just grabbing some milk and eggs. I'm a good guy.
We got it all on tape. It appears that you were stuffing bottles into your bag.
Oh, come on, officer. I was putting the groceries into my bag. I would never steal anything.
That's what they all say. You know, Mr. B, honesty is always the best policy.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I took the bottles. You got me.
I appreciate your honesty. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself while we wait for your paperwork to process?
Really? Okay, I'm a huge fan of chess and I also have a pet hamster named Jerry.
Nice. I used to play chess in college, but never quite got the hang of it. My daughter has a pet bunny named Thumper.
Smiling, hey, I love bunnies too. They're so cute.
Chuckling, yeah, I know. So, what do you do for work?
I'm a freelance writer, mainly for online magazines and blogs. It pays the bills.
Interesting. I have a friend who's also into freelance writing. Have you ever thought of writing a book?
Absolutely. I'm working on a novel, but it's a slow process. Writer's block, you know.
Nodding, oh yeah, I know what you mean. Well, Mr. B, I hope you learned a lesson from this. I wish you good luck with your writing, and the next time you grab some milk and eggs, be sure to pay for them.
Will do, officer. And thank you for being so understanding.
No problem at all. Have a good day. Hey B, nice to see you here. So, what brings you to the hospital?
Hey, good to see you too. Actually, I'm here to discuss some ideas on optimizing the hospital's information system.
Sounds interesting. Between us, I'm kinda tired of running around with these old paper records.
I hear you. Technology is the way to go nowadays. So, can you show me what the current system looks like?
Sure thing. Here's what we're working with so far.
There's definitely room for improvement. How about we start with a user-friendly interface?
Absolutely. Even the most advanced system won't be efficient if it confuses the end users.
And we can also integrate some automation into the system, like automating data entry from various devices.
Great idea. That would save so much time and reduce human error. Plus, it would allow us to provide real-time data during emergencies.
Speaking of emergencies, why not add a feature for instant alerts? For example, when a patient's conditions worsen or a machine malfunctions.
That's brilliant. It could even connect to the staff's mobile devices for faster response times.
Glad you like it. And we could also incorporate data analytics to help identify patterns and trends in patient care.
Nice. That would help us improve our services over time. So, when can we start working on this?
As soon as you approve the budget. I'll send you a comprehensive proposal by the end of the week.
Sounds like a plan. And if we ever bump into each other in the hospital again, let's hope it's over a cup of coffee rather than a sick visit.
Haha, I couldn't agree more. Catch you later, A.
Goodbye, B. Thanks for your ideas. Good morning, everyone. Let's start our stand-up meeting. B, can you go first and give us an update on what you're working on?
Sure thing. So yesterday, I spent most of the day fixing some bugs in the code. It was like playing whack-a-mole.
Haha, I know that feeling. Did you manage to squash them all?
Yes, luckily they were all pretty minor. But I'm also making some progress on the new feature we discussed last week.
That's great to hear. So, team, we had a brainstorming session yesterday, and I've come up with a new idea. How about we create a fun fact feature to add a bit of humor to our app?
That sounds interesting. What kind of facts are you thinking?
Oh, anything from trivia to funny jokes. We could rotate them on a daily basis, and it would be a great way to engage our users.
I like it. I'll start working on the feature today and see how we can fit it into our roadmap.
Excellent. And on another note, I wanted to give a shout out to the team for delivering the latest release on time. It's a great example of our teamwork and dedication.
Yeah, everyone pulled together on that. I think we deserve a round of virtual high fives.
Absolutely. Claps. Okay, any other updates or concerns before we wrap up?
Just a quick one from me. I've been having some trouble with my Wi-Fi connection, so if I disappear from the chat room, it's not me avoiding work, just technical issues.
No worries, B. Hopefully, that gets sorted soon. Okay, team, let's keep up the great work and continue making progress towards our goals. Hi there, I'm a data scientist in charge of building a system that can monitor and predict energy production. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm a software engineer who specializes in building software systems. It's great to meet you too. Have you come up with any ideas?
Yes, we're planning to collect data from the sensors and the energy production equipment and store it in a database. Then we'll use machine learning algorithms to analyze the data and make predictions.
That sounds great. We can build a web application that displays the data in real time and allows users to set alerts for abnormal conditions.
Yes, and we can also use the data to optimize the energy production process, reducing waste and increasing efficiency.
That's a great idea. We can use historical data to develop predictive models that will help us forecast energy production for the future.
Exactly. And we can also incorporate weather data into our system to further improve our predictions.
I like your thinking. We can use a scheduler to run our machine learning models at regular intervals and alert the production team if anything goes wrong.
Good point. We can also give the production team access to the system so they can monitor the production process from their mobile devices.
That's a great feature. We could also use a map to display the locations of all the energy production equipment.
Yes, and we can indicate the status of each piece of equipment so it's easy for users to see what's going on.
I like that. We should also make sure the system is scalable and can handle an increasing amount of data as our company grows.
Agreed. We should keep security in mind as well, to make sure sensitive data is protected.
Definitely. I think we've got a solid plan here. Let's get started.
Hi, B. Let's talk about designing a great online marketplace. What do you think is the most important factor?
Hey. For me, it's definitely the user experience. We need to make sure customers can find what they want quickly and easily.
I completely agree. We can use filters and search bars to help with this. Do you have any design ideas for these elements?
Yes, we should use clear labels and place them in prominent locations on the page. Plus, we should make sure the design is responsive to different screen sizes.
Yes, accessibility is key. What about the checkout process? How can we make it seamless?
We can use a progress tracker to show customers where they are in the checkout process. Plus, we can make sure the buttons are prominently displayed and easy to click.
That's a good idea. What about adding a feature where customers can save their shipping and billing information for easy checkout in the future?
Definitely. That would be a great time saver for customers. Plus, we can add security measures like two-factor authentication to protect their information.
Agreed. Another thing to think about is adding recommendations for related products on each product page. It can lead to more sales.
That's a good idea. We can use machine learning algorithms to suggest related items based on customer browsing and purchase history.
That's a great approach. And let's not forget about mobile users. We need to make sure the design is optimized for mobile devices.
Absolutely. We should use responsive design and make sure the font sizes are readable on smaller screens.
Great suggestions, B. I think if we incorporate all these ideas, we can create a user-friendly online marketplace that will stand out from the competition.
I agree, A. It's all about putting the customer first and making their shopping experience as smooth as possible.
Wow, this is such a beautiful spot.
Yes, Arashiyama is one of the best places for photography in Kyoto.
I can see why. The scenery is breathtaking.
It's even more gorgeous during the cherry blossom season.
I bet. Speaking of which, what are some interesting facts about Arashiyama's history and culture?
Well, did you know that the area used to be a private villa for nobles during the Heian period?
No, I did not. That's fascinating.
And the famous Togetsukyo Bridge that you see over there was originally built in the 9th century.
Wow, I had no idea. I'm learning so much from you, B.
That's why I love my job as a guide. Sharing knowledge and experiencing new things with people is so rewarding.
I can tell you're passionate about what you do. Oh, look at that temple over there. Can we go take a closer look?
Of course. That's the Tenryuji Temple. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
That's even more reason to see it. Lead the way, B.
Follow me, A. We have lots of exploring to do.
Hey B, how's your day going so far?
It's been good, thanks for asking. How about you?
Can't complain, just excited to be having lunch with my little sister.
Laughs, I'm not that little anymore, sis.
You'll always be my little sister, no matter what. So, what are you in the mood for?
I was thinking maybe some sushi or ramen.
Sounds good to me. How's school been?
It's been busy, but good. I'm really enjoying my Japanese class.
That's great to hear. I remember struggling with Japanese when I took it in college.
Laughs, well, I hope I don't struggle too much. Do you have any advice for me?
Just keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of learning, have you picked up any new hobbies recently?
Actually, I started baking. I made some really yummy cookies and cupcakes last weekend.
That's awesome. Can I taste some of your treats sometime?
Of course. Maybe we can have a baking day together and make something fun.
Sounds like a plan. Hey, have you heard about that new movie coming out? I really want to see it.
Which one?
The one about the superhero with the cool powers.
Oh, you mean Incredibles 2? I've been dying to see it too.
Yes. Let's plan a movie night with the family soon.
Sounds like a great idea. Smiles, I always have so much fun hanging out with you, B.
Me too, A. You're the best big sister a girl could ask for.
Hey B, it's great to catch up with you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
I've been good. Actually, I wanted to pick your brain about something. I've been thinking about moving our app to the cloud to make it more efficient.
That's a great idea. There are quite a few advantages to cloud computing.
Yes, but I'm not entirely familiar with how it all works. Can you give me a quick run-through of how we could go about doing it?
Sure thing. Essentially, cloud computing refers to hosting and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of on a local server or personal computer. It allows for easier scalability, security, and flexibility.
That makes sense. So how do we get started?
Well, we first need to decide which cloud platform we want to use. There are various options such as Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud.
I think I've heard of those before. Which one do you recommend?
It really depends on our specific needs and budget. Each one has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, I'll look into that. So once we choose a platform, how do we migrate our app over?
There are a few steps involved such as containerization, database migration, and configuration management. It can be a bit complicated, but there are plenty of resources and tools out there to make it easier.
All right, I think I'll need to do some more research on that. But overall, it sounds like a worthwhile investment.
Definitely. The benefits of cloud computing can really have a positive impact on the efficiency and effectiveness of our operations.
Yeah, and it can also help us save money in the long run.
Absolutely. It's definitely worth considering.
Thanks for the advice, B. I'll keep you posted on any developments.
No problem. Let me know if you need any more help or have any questions.
Will do. Thanks again.
Anytime. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Hi, B. How's it going?
Hey, A. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, I heard we're working on optimizing our medical database structure. What have you found so far?
Well, it seems like we could benefit from some restructuring. We're currently capturing a lot of redundant data.
That makes sense. Do you have any thoughts on how we can streamline the information we're collecting?
I was thinking that we could start by standardizing our data fields. This would help prevent duplication across different systems.
Yeah, that sounds like a smart move. What other changes would you recommend?
I believe we could also benefit from implementing some data cleansing strategies. This would help us identify and remove unwanted data better.
Agreed. And what about data normalization? Do you think that could help us reduce redundancies?
Definitely. Normalization would allow us to organize our data into meaningful groups. That way, we wouldn't have to capture the same information over and over.
Well, it sounds like we're on the right track. Do you have any funny stories about database management you'd like to share?
Actually, I once accidentally deleted an entire database. It was a nightmare. Fortunately, I had a backup, but it taught me to be more careful.
Oh no. That must have been a stressful situation. I guess it's true what they say, always have a backup plan.
Yes, definitely. Lesson learned. But it's all part of the learning experience, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's been great chatting with you, B. Let's continue to work together to optimize our medical database system.
Definitely, thanks for chatting with me, A.
Hey, B. What's up?
Not much, A. Just dealing with some vulnerabilities our latest scan found.
Ooh, that's never good news. What kind of vulnerabilities are we talking about here?
Just some outdated software components, weak password policies, and a few XSS vulnerabilities.
The usual suspects. How long do you think it'll take to patch everything up?
Probably a couple of days at least. It's always a challenge to balance security and usability.
Ain't that the truth? But hey, at least we're not dealing with a full-blown exploit or something.
True, true. Thank goodness for small blessings.
And speaking of blessings, have you ever heard of that church where the pastor encourages his congregation to use password 123 as their password?
Ah. No way. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but apparently, he thinks it's easier to remember than a complex password.
I don't even know what to say to that. It's like leaving your car keys in the ignition with a free car sign on your windshield.
Exactly. It's mind-boggling how some people just don't take security seriously.
Well, I'm just glad we're not like that. Let's get to work on those fixes.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Hi. I'm a new student here and I'm wondering about the enrollment process.
Sure, I'd be happy to help. What specifically are you interested in knowing?
Well, I'm wondering if there are any scholarships or financial aid available.
Yes, we have several options available for students who need financial assistance. Have you filled out the FAFSA yet?
No, I haven't. Can you tell me more about it?
The FAFSA is a government form that helps determine your eligibility for financial aid. You can find more information on our website or by talking to our financial aid office.
All right, I'll do that. Do you have any tips for applying to the school?
Absolutely. I recommend attending one of our campus tours or information sessions. It's a great way to learn more about the school and meet some of our staff and faculty.
That sounds like a good idea. Is there anything else I should know about the enrollment process?
Just make sure to submit all of your required documents on time and keep in touch with our admissions office. We're here to support you every step of the way.
Thanks for your help. You made this process a lot easier to understand.
No problem at all. We're here to help you succeed. Good luck with everything. Hi there. Are you excited to go diving in the Great Barrier Reef?
Yes, I am. I've been looking forward to this for months.
That's great. Have you been diving before?
Actually, this is my first time. I'm a bit nervous.
Don't worry, I'll be with you the whole time. The Great Barrier Reef is a beautiful and safe place to dive.
That's reassuring. What kind of marine life can we expect to see?
Oh, there's a variety of marine creatures here, from vibrantly colored fish to impressive reef sharks. Plus, we may even encounter sea turtles and dolphins.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What should I do if I get scared underwater?
Take deep breaths and focus on your surroundings. Don't hesitate to signal me if you need any help. And always remember to equalize your ears as we descend.
Got it. Thanks for the tips.
No problem. Just relax and enjoy the experience. It's important to take everything in and appreciate this magnificent natural wonder.
I will. This is truly a bucket list moment for me.
I'm glad to be a part of it. Let's gear up and dive in. Good morning. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for agreeing to this interview.
The pleasure is all mine. I love sharing my story with others.
Great. So, tell me, what inspired you to become a chef?
I've always had a passion for food. As a child, I loved experimenting with different ingredients in the kitchen. And as I grew older, I realized that cooking was my true calling.
That's interesting. So, what's your signature dish?
I'm glad you asked. It's a secret recipe that's been passed down through generations in my family. But let's just say it's a fusion of flavors that will leave your taste buds wanting more.
Now, you've got me curious. On a lighter note, what's your guilty pleasure food?
Laughs, ice cream. I could eat tubs of it without feeling guilty.
Laughs, I couldn't agree more. So, what do you think makes a good meal?
Quality ingredients, a good balance of flavors, and of course, love and passion for cooking.
That's a great answer. Do you have any advice for aspiring chefs out there?
Keep experimenting, never lose your passion, and always strive to learn more. And most importantly, have fun in the kitchen.
Wise words indeed. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise. Thank you for having me. And don't forget to try out my secret recipe someday.
Hi there, B. This is such a beautiful day for scuba diving, isn't it?
Absolutely, hey. I'm excited to show you around the underwater world of Okinawa.
Wow, look at those vibrant corals over there. They're so rich in color and texture.
Yes. And if you look closer, you'll see various species of fish swimming in between them.
That's amazing. What type of fish are those?
Those are called parrotfish. They're known for their colorful appearance and their ability to produce a special mucus that envelopes them in a defensive cocoon at night.
Whoa, that's very interesting. What other sea creatures can we expect to see here?
We may come across some sea turtles, angelfish, clownfish, and even some stingrays.
Oh, I see a school of clownfish swimming around that sea anemone. They look so cute.
Yes, clownfish always hang around sea anemones because they are immune to their stinging tentacles.
That's a great survival strategy. Hey, what's that large group of giant clams over there?
Those are called tridacnygigas. They are the world's largest living bivalve mollusks and can weigh up to 500 pounds.
Wow, that's impressive. This trip has been so much fun. Thank you for showing me around, B.
No problem, A. It's been a pleasure diving with you. Let's go up and grab some lunch now.
Hello there. I'm A, the winemaker. Welcome to our vineyard in Adelaide. Is this your first time trying our wine?
Hi A, it's great to meet you. I'm B, the wine taster. Yes, it's my first time here. I am excited to taste some excellent wine today.
That's great. Let's start with our signature wine, a full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon. It has notes of black currants and hints of oak.
That's a lovely aroma. The taste is well balanced, and the finish is smooth. What's the alcohol content for this wine?
It's 14%, which is the ideal alcohol content for a red wine.
It's perfect. I would pair this with some steak or aged cheese.
I agree. Our Chardonnay is also quite popular with seafood. It has a citrusy flavor and a crisp finish.
I can taste the grapefruit and lime in this wine. It's refreshing and light.
Yes, our vineyard gets plenty of sunshine, which enhances the fruit flavor in our white wines.
I see. I noticed that your vineyard has a beautiful view. Do you offer tours of the vineyard?
Absolutely. We can take a walk around the vineyard after we finish our wine tasting. It's a lovely way to experience the serene beauty of the vineyard.
That sounds like a great idea. Thank you for showing me around and introducing me to your delicious wine.
It was my pleasure. I hope to see you again soon. Cheers. Hey, have you seen any good movies lately?
Yeah, I just watched this awesome action movie.
I'm not really into action movies. I prefer rom-coms.
Rom-coms? Ugh, I can't stand them. I like dramas.
Really? I find dramas to be too heavy sometimes.
That's fair. What about comedies?
Oh, I love comedies. They always cheer me up.
Yeah, comedies are great. Have you seen any good ones recently?
I watched this hilarious movie about a group of friends going on a road trip.
That sounds like a good time. I prefer movies with a bit more depth though.
I get that. Do you like documentaries?
Yeah, documentaries are great. I love learning about new things.
Same. Have you seen any interesting ones lately?
I watched one about wildlife conservation efforts in Africa. It was really informative.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Definitely do. I think you'll like it. So, what's your least favorite movie genre?
Horror movies. I can't handle the suspense and jump scares.
That's totally understandable. I used to be scared of horror movies too, but I've grown to enjoy them.
Really? I don't think I could ever enjoy being scared like that.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure. But each to their own, right?
Absolutely. It's all about personal preference. Hi there. My name is Alex, and I'm a digital marketing specialist. What brought you to the Melbourne Marketing Expo today?
Hi, Alex. I'm Ben, owner of a small retail store. I'm here to learn about digital marketing strategies that could help me grow my business.
That's great. I'd be happy to share some tips with you. What challenges are you facing, and where are you looking to improve?
Well, to be honest, I don't know where to start really. I'm just trying to keep up with the times and stay competitive.
I totally understand. One easy way to improve your online presence is by creating a social media strategy. It's a great way to engage with your customers and build brand awareness.
I've never really used social media before, but I'm willing to give it a try. What platforms do you recommend?
It really depends on your target audience. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are the most popular ones, but if you're targeting millennials, you might want to consider TikTok or Snapchat.
Interesting. I've heard of those platforms but know little about them. How do I create engaging content?
There's no one-size-fits-all answer to that, but you should focus on creating content that's relevant, visually appealing, and easy to consume. For example, behind-the-scenes videos, product demos, and how-to guides tend to perform well.
I see. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much for your advice, Alex. It's been very helpful.
No problem at all, Ben. It was great meeting you, and I hope to see you around at future events.
Likewise. Have a good day.
Have you tried the dishes prepared by Chef A?
Yes, I have. I must say they're fantastic. The presentation alone is worth the price.
Chef A has a unique way of presenting his dishes. It's almost like art.
I couldn't agree more. I heard he's won several prestigious awards.
That's right. He's definitely a master in his craft.
I've been meaning to try his 3-course meal. Have you tried it yet?
Yes, I have. You won't be disappointed. His use of local ingredients is impressive.
I love that about this restaurant. They really showcase the best of Australian produce.
That's what makes this restaurant special. You're not just having a meal, you're experiencing Australian cuisine.
And the service is top-notch too. Our waiter has been so helpful with wine pairings.
That's so true. I've had some of the best wine recommendations here.
We should do a toast to Chef A and the restaurant for this amazing dining experience.
Cheers to that. I'm definitely coming back here again. Hi there, we are looking for a new home and we were suggested to check out this property.
Hello. Welcome to the open house. Would you like a tour of the place?
Yes, please. We are excited to see what this property has to offer.
Great. This house has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. A perfect size for a small family like yours.
That sounds perfect. I love this kitchen. It has granite countertops and stainless steel appliances.
Yes, it is definitely a huge selling point for this house. And there's a nice little breakfast nook over there by the window.
That's great. And what about the backyard?
Oh, it's quite spacious with plenty of room for outdoor entertaining, and the best part? It gets great sunlight all day long.
We love natural light. What about the bedrooms?
The master bedroom is really spacious, and it has an ensuite bathroom. And the other rooms are decently sized too.
That sounds perfect. Is there anything else we should know about this property?
Well, the location is great as it's near some of the best schools and restaurants in town. Plus, the neighborhood is very friendly, everyone knows each other here.
That's great to hear. We appreciate you taking the time to show us around.
No problem at all. It's my pleasure to help you find your next dream home. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Hi there. I heard you're a talented gardener, B. I'm an architect, and I'm interested in designing a park. Do you have any ideas on how we can create a beautiful landscape in the hills?
Hey. That does sound exciting. Well, one thing we could do is to create a variety of floral beds with bright, colorful flowers. We could also add some shrubs and trees to contrast the beds.
I agree with you, B. Incorporating different varieties of plants would create a unique and visually appealing landscape. What about incorporating water features? Perhaps a small pond or waterfall?
That's a great idea. Not only would it provide a peaceful ambience, but it could also attract wildlife. Speaking of wildlife, we should make sure that our design doesn't disrupt any existing ecosystems in the hills.
Of course. We should be mindful of that. Maybe we could incorporate some walking paths and benches so visitors can relax and enjoy the scenery.
That's a great idea, eh? And while we're at it, maybe we could create some small recreational areas where visitors can enjoy some games or picnics.
Yes. That would be perfect for families and groups of friends. Hey, B, have you considered the seasonality of the plants we'll be using?
Definitely. We need to make sure that the plants will thrive in the hill soil and weather conditions. We could look at using native plants and trees.
That's a good point, B. Using native plants would also help preserve the region's natural environment. This is shaping up to be an amazing park. I'm excited to see how it'll turn out.
Same here, eh? With our combined expertise and ideas, I'm sure we can create a breathtaking place for everyone to enjoy.
Hey, have you ever tried Chico rolls before?
Chico rolls? No, what's that?
It's this Australian snack that's sort of like a spring roll, but with a meat filling.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Is it any good?
Definitely. It's a popular snack down under. They're pretty tasty and easy to eat.
I'm always up for trying new things. Where can I get some?
There's a grocery store down the road that sells them. Want to grab some later and give them a try?
Sounds like a plan. Are they spicy at all?
Not really. They're seasoned with a blend of spices, but nothing too overpowering.
Perfect. I can't handle too much heat.
Same here. So, do you prefer your rolls with a dipping sauce or just on their own?
I think a dipping sauce would add to the flavor. What do you recommend?
I usually go for sweet chili sauce, but they're commonly served with soy sauce or even barbecue sauce.
Sweet chili sauce it is. I can't wait to try these Chico rolls.
They're a popular choice for parties and get-togethers. Who knows, maybe we'll start a new trend here in the States.
I'm down for that. We'll have to spread the word.
Hi B, how was your day today?
It was good, Dad. We went to the supermarket to buy some groceries.
That's great. Did you have a good time shopping?
Yeah, it was fun. I helped you find some stuff on the shelves.
You were a great helper, B. I couldn't have done it without you.
Dad, we should have bought some ice cream too. I really wanted some.
I know, B. But we have to watch our sugar intake.
I understand, Dad. We'll have ice cream next time.
You're very understanding, B. You make me a proud father.
Thanks, Dad. You're the best dad in the world.
That's so sweet of you to say, B. I'm lucky to have you as my son.
I'm lucky to have you as my dad, too. I love spending time with you.
I love spending time with you too, B. Let's make it a weekly tradition to go grocery shopping together.
Yay! That sounds like a fun tradition to me, Dad.
Hey there, B. How's it hanging?
Good to see you, eh? Just trying to figure out how to optimize the cargo tracking system using machine vision technology.
That's awesome. I'm glad we're on the same page. What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking of using object recognition algorithms and cameras to capture the visual characteristics of each package.
Okay. Then what?
After that, we can use image processing to extract the relevant data and match it with our database.
That's brilliant. But what about lighting and background conditions?
That's the tricky part. I was thinking of integrating a flexible lighting system and training the algorithm to work with different backgrounds.
Smart. And what happens if we need to track multiple packages at once?
We can use multiple cameras with synchronized shutter speeds to capture all the necessary data simultaneously.
I see. But what about privacy concerns?
Good point. We can use blurring algorithms to protect the identity of sensitive packages from being compromised.
I see. How accurate do you think the system is going to be?
It's going to be pretty accurate, considering that machine vision can interpret data beyond human capabilities.
True that. But what about system maintenance? How do we account for unexpected downtime?
I was thinking of incorporating real-time monitoring and self-correction algorithms to prevent unforeseen errors.
You're way ahead of me. What about integrating this system with existing logistics software?
Yes, we can easily connect the two systems through an API and automate the tracking process.
Dude, you're a lifesaver. Anything else we need to consider?
We should also perform periodic checks and updates to ensure the system remains optimized and efficient.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to see this system in action. When do you think we can get it up and running?
With a dedicated team, it's feasible to have a functional prototype within 3 months.
Amazing. Let's get to work. Hi B, it's great to finally meet you in person. So, what are your thoughts on website optimization and search engine ranking?
Well, it's all about having quality content and using the right keywords. But you also have to make sure your website is user-friendly and mobile responsive.
Yeah, I agree. But what about backlinks and social media presence? Don't they play a role?
Absolutely. Backlinks from high-authority sites and a strong presence on social media can definitely boost your rankings. But you have to make sure the links and social media posts are relevant and engaging.
Speaking of social media, have you tried using Instagram to promote your website?
Yes, Instagram is great for visual content and reaching a younger audience. But you have to be careful not to make your posts too sleazy or spammy.
True. So, have you heard about the latest Google algorithm update?
Yeah, I have. It's focused on improving the user experience, so it will prioritize sites that load quickly and have easy-to-navigate layouts.
That's good to know. But sometimes, it's hard to keep up with all the changes and updates.
That's true. But the key is to stay informed and be willing to adapt your strategy. And it never hurts to have a little bit of luck too.
Haha, I couldn't agree more. Thanks for sharing your insights with me, B. This has been a really interesting conversation.
No problem, A. It's always great to talk shop with fellow SEO enthusiasts. Let's do it again soon.
Hey B, have you tried quesadilla before?
Yeah, I have. It's one of my favorite dishes.
Same here. There's just something about melted cheese and crispy tortillas that makes my mouth water.
I know, right? And you can fill it up with whatever you like. I'm a big fan of chicken and veggies.
Personally, I'm all for the classic beef and cheese combo. But I won't judge you for your choices.
Haha, thanks. I also love to add a little sour cream and guacamole on top to give it that extra kick.
That sounds delicious. Have you ever tried making it yourself?
Yeah, I've attempted it a few times, but I can never seem to get it as crispy as the ones in restaurants.
I feel you. Making the perfect quesadilla can be tough. But hey, practice makes perfect.
Absolutely. And it's totally worth it when you finally get that perfectly golden brown tortilla.
So true. And don't forget the salsa on the side. It's a must-have.
Oh, for sure. The tangy taste of salsa really complements the flavors of quesadilla.
I couldn't agree more. And I'm already looking forward to my next quesadilla fix.
Me too. Let's go get some soon, shall we?
Absolutely, let's do it. Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 cybersecurity?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Isn't it a set of standards for managing and protecting sensitive information?
That's right. It's used to keep information assets secure from potential cyber attacks.
It sounds complex. How does it work exactly?
Essentially, it involves implementing a risk management framework, conducting regular risk assessments, and implementing appropriate security controls.
I see. So, what are some of the key benefits of ISO 27001?
Well, it helps to reduce the risk of data breaches and also improve compliance with regulatory requirements.
Sounds like a great way to protect sensitive data. Have you come across any funny stories related to cybersecurity?
Actually, I have. I remember hearing about a company whose password was password 123 and they got hacked.
Laughs. Wow, that's just asking for it.
I know, right? It's important to have strong passwords and implement other security measures to protect against threats.
Absolutely. What are some of the other threats that businesses should be aware of?
Well, there's phishing scams, denial of service attacks, malware and ransomware attacks, to name a few.
Yikes, that sounds scary. I can see why companies would want to implement ISO 27001 cybersecurity.
Definitely. It's becoming more and more important in today's interconnected world.
Thanks for sharing, hey. It's always interesting to learn more about cybersecurity.
Anytime, B. Let's make sure to keep our own passwords strong and secure too. Hey B, I heard you're a software engineer. I'm a UI designer and I've been working on a project to improve user engagement. Can I get your input?
Sure thing, eh? I'd be happy to help out. What's the project about and what do you need help with?
Well, we're trying to design a user interface that encourages more user participation on our platform. I was thinking maybe using some gamification techniques?
Oh, that sounds like a fun challenge. What kind of gamification are you thinking of?
Maybe incorporating a reward system or setting up challenges for users to complete. I want to make it more interactive and incentivize users to stay engaged.
That's a great starting point. Have you considered adding user feedback as well? It's important to give users a voice and recognize their contributions.
Yes. User feedback is key to a successful project. I was thinking of maybe setting up a survey, but maybe there's a more creative way to gather feedback?
How about setting up a poll or having a suggestion box feature on the platform? That way, users can easily share their thoughts and preferences.
That's a brilliant idea, B. Thank you for your help. Do you have any other suggestions to make the interface more attractive to users?
One thing I always like is a clean and simple design. Too many buttons or clutter can be off-putting. Also, don't forget about using colors and contrast to make the important features stand out.
Good point. Simplicity is key. Thank you so much, B. You've been an awesome help. I'm going to get started on implementing these ideas.
Glad I could be of assistance, hey. Let me know if you need any more help in the future.
Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 encryption?
Yeah, I have. It's a standard for information security management, right?
Exactly. Do you know how it works?
Well, I know that encryption is used to protect sensitive data, but I'm not exactly sure how it's implemented.
That's okay. Basically, ISO 27001 provides guidelines for implementing encryption in a way that ensures data confidentiality and integrity.
Ah, I see. So, what kind of encryption methods are recommended by ISO 27001?
It actually leaves that up to the organization to decide based on the sensitivity of the data. But common methods include AES and RSA.
Interesting. Do you know if encryption is mandatory under ISO 27001?
No, it's not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. Plus, it can be a requirement for some industries or customers.
Got it. And what about key management? Does ISO 27001 provide guidelines for that as well?
Yes, it does. It recommends having a key management system in place to ensure that encryption keys are properly protected and managed.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. So, what are the benefits of implementing ISO 27001 encryption?
Well, it can help reduce the risk of data breaches and unauthorized access to sensitive information, which can have serious consequences for organizations.
Right, I can see how that would be important. Thanks for explaining it to me, hey.
No problem, always happy to talk about cybersecurity. Wow, the view up here is simply breathtaking.
Yes, indeed. It's amazing what nature can do.
Have you been taking some good shots?
I hope so. The lighting is just perfect right now.
That's great. I'm sure your photos will turn out amazing.
Thanks. With a view like this, it's hard to go wrong.
Absolutely. This is why I love being a mountain guide. You get to witness such stunning natural beauty.
I can only imagine. It must be such a thrill to climb these mountains.
It definitely is. But, safety always comes first. That's why it's important to have a good guide to lead the way.
I couldn't agree more. And speaking of safety, you must have some amazing survival skills.
Well, I do know how to start a fire using only natural materials.
No way. That's really impressive.
Yep, and I can also navigate the wilderness using the stars.
Wow, you are like a real-life survival expert.
Haha, well, let's just say I know enough to get by.
That's awesome. Maybe you can teach me some of those skills sometime.
Sure, I'd be happy to. But for now, let's just enjoy the view and take some great photos. Hey there, B. How's it going today?
Pretty good, eh, yourself?
Can't complain. So, let's get down to business. How do you think we can optimize our database system?
Well, it depends on what our goals are. Do we want faster data access or more data security?
Let's go with faster data access for now. What are some potential strategies for achieving that?
We could try indexing frequently accessed data or implementing a caching system.
Interesting. What about partitioning our data across multiple servers?
That's definitely an option, but it might not be cost-effective for our needs.
Yeah, good point. Have you ever worked with any specific tools or technologies for database optimization?
I've used SQL Profiler and Query Optimizer in the past, both of which were helpful for identifying bottlenecks in the system.
Cool, I'll look into those. What about backups? Do we have a solid backup plan in place?
Yep, we're using AWS RDS with daily automated backups and point-in-time recovery.
Excellent. Any other suggestions on how we can improve the system?
It might be worth reevaluating our data structures and schema to see where we can improve performance.
Good idea. All right, I think we've got some solid strategies to work with. Thanks for your input, B.
No problem, A. Always happy to help optimize our systems.
This scenery in Arashiyama is breathtaking. I'm excited to capture it through my lens.
Yes, it's one of the most beautiful places to visit being surrounded by nature. By the way, did you know that Arashiyama has historical significance?
Really? Could you tell me more about it?
Sure. The area has been a popular destination for centuries, especially during the Heian period. Aristocrats and nobles would come here to view the colorful changing of the leaves in fall.
That's fascinating. Speaking of which, I can't wait to capture the autumn foliage. Do you know when the best time to come would be?
Typically, mid-November is when it's at its peak. But you'll need to book early because it's a popular time for tourists.
Good to know. Thanks for the tip. Do you have any other suggestions on what I should capture?
Definitely check out the Togetsukyo Bridge. It offers an amazing view of the river and the surrounding hills. Also, the bamboo forest is a must-see.
I'll definitely make sure to add those to my list. Oh, and there's so much delicious food around here too. Anything you'd recommend?
You must try the yudofu, boiled tofu served with a savory dipping sauce. It's a local specialty that's very popular.
Yum, I'm definitely trying that. Thank you for all the great advice. Kyoto truly is a magical place.
It really is. The combination of nature and history makes it such a special place to visit.
Hey B, what's up? You look busy today.
Hi A, I'm swamped with work. I got a new project to work on.
Oh, what is it? Can you share some details?
Yeah, sure. It's for a travel company. They want us to design a cross-platform app.
Sounds interesting. What's the app all about?
The app is designed to make travel easier and more fun for users. It will provide them a rich travel experience.
That's great. What kind of features will it have?
Well, the app will have features like easy booking, itinerary management, real-time flight information, and a bunch of fun activities for travelers.
Sounds like a lot of work. Have you thought about how we will design the UI?
Yeah, I have some ideas, but I'd like to hear your thoughts also.
Okay. I was thinking we should go for a simple, intuitive interface that users would be able to navigate easily.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but we should also make it visually appealing.
Absolutely. We should incorporate some beautiful images and visuals.
I agree. Also, we need to consider accessibility and responsiveness across all platforms.
Yes, that's important. We don't want users to find it difficult using the app.
Right. We should also consider adding some localized features to make it more user-friendly for travelers.
That's a great suggestion. We should look into incorporating some location-based services into the app.
Yeah, we could add features like nearby attractions, restaurants, and transportation details.
Good idea. But we should ensure it is optimized for speed and works offline.
Definitely. But before we start designing the app, we must determine which platform to use.
What do you recommend?
I recommend using React Native since it offers a great performance and can run on both iOS and Android.
That's a good choice. What about back-end development?
We will use Node.js with a cloud-based database like MongoDB for real-time synchronization.
Wow, that sounds impressive. Let's get started then.
All right, let's dive in and design this app to give our users the ultimate travel experience. This project is going to be exciting.
Hi there, have you been busy testing software lately?
Absolutely, I've been working on finding and fixing all the bugs in our latest release.
That's great to hear. How do you go about identifying software defects?
First, we perform functional testing to make sure the software works as intended. Then, we do systematic testing to check for any edge cases, and finally, we test for performance issues.
Interesting approach. Have you encountered any challenges in your testing processes?
Yes, sometimes it can be difficult to replicate specific user scenarios in our testing environment. But we always try to get as close as possible to real-world situations.
I see. It's good to hear that you're thorough in your testing methods. What advice do you have for reducing software defects?
One important thing is to have clear and detailed requirements from the beginning. Also, having a robust testing plan and a well-defined inspection process can help catch defects early on.
Those are great tips. What about using AI and machine learning to detect software defects?
It's definitely an exciting area of development, and we are exploring these options for future releases. However, we still need to rely on manual testing to ensure quality and accuracy.
I completely understand. Thanks for sharing your insights and best practices for software testing. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, it's always great to discuss and exchange ideas with fellow software professionals.
Hi, I'm a data analyst and I've been tasked with finding valuable business insights from our company's big data.
Great to meet you. I'm a business analyst with a focus on marketing research. I think we could work together on this.
That sounds good to me. What approaches do you think we should take when searching for insights?
Well, first we should identify what specific questions we want to answer with this data. Then we can dig deeper into the data to find the answers.
Agreed. I also think it's important to keep in mind that not all data is necessarily important or useful. We need to be able to distinguish between the relevant data points and the irrelevant ones.
Definitely. We don't want to drown in too much data and miss the key insights. So we should start with the overall trends and then drill down to specific data points.
Makes sense. What data sources do we have available to us?
We have access to customer data, website analytics, social media metrics, and sales data, just to name a few. We should look at each of these sources to see what insights they reveal.
I agree. Each source will give us a different perspective on our business. And with the volume of data we have, we should be able to find some valuable insights.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited to see what we can discover from this data.
Me too. I think we're off to a great start. We just need to stay focused and keep an open mind about what we might find.
Agreed. And who knows, maybe we'll uncover something unexpected that could lead to a game-changing business strategy.
That would be amazing. Let's get to work and see what we can find.